We're going to tab over to this screen, and I need to just check in. Have you guys leveled up?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
I got 771 XP.
I know you took
We're getting close.
Yeah, I was going to say you're getting close, and I know you took a long rest. So let's try to recap where you've been. So you guys went to Fort Belluarian, the Flaming Fist encampment, to help the Hellport, to help
the Fort of the Raging Racists.
I mean, yeah, it's the Flaming Fist. What do you want? To help Brick get some information for his assignment. And you guys took on a well-functioning military encampment, and all four of you got pretty handily, which led to a prison break, basically. I know that you guys technically walked out under your own power, but you lost some stuff. You lost Roka, one of your NPC helpers. You lost one of Scratch's side quest items, and arguably Brick Dignity. From that, it didn't go well. But now I think you're all kind of firmly in the fuck the Flaming Fist camp, or at least in Brick's case, fuck Major Porter, the leader of the encampment. You guys escaped. You ventured off into to the beach and then down the beach, where you met Shago, one of the guides. He technically lives in Port Nyanzaru, but he's been working for the Fist. He's thrown in with them, and he was like, "Hey, let me get your stuff." He got it for you, and then he was like, "Where do you need to go? You can hire me as a guide. I need some money anyway, and you guys are gonna die without me." And then you guys basically took a rest at Shago's camp. Now, what's interesting is you guys have a contract from one of the trade princes of Port Nyanzaru to kill Shago.
Yeah.
Now here's what's interesting. The contract that you were given did not come from the merchant prince in charge of assassinations, so it's unofficial. But the collateral is another dude who Scratch wants to save. And then you found out at the end of the last episode that Shago's mother is a third prince, and Prince Wakanga Otamu, who you guys are working for, knows about the whole situation with Shago. So Shago's life is a turning point for the politics of Port Nyanzaru, and depending on how you guys play this, it will potentially have far-reaching consequences. Now, on top of that, you still need to go into the jungle and figure out anything you can about the death curse, because that's why you're here in Chult to begin with. People who were previously resurrected are now dying at an accelerated rate from something. Nobody really knows what. There's stuff out in the jungle, and you guys are right on the edge of it. So I'm actually going to pull up your map, because this is important. And I'm going to turn some music on, because we need some music.
We also have to deal with the totally not murder cult.
You have to deal with the totally not murder cult, as well as some other stuff as well, yeah. So let me, let's see. This'll do to start. So, before we fade in on where we actually are, you guys are basically here. West of Fort Belluarian, well, southwest, slightly southwest of Fort Belluarian, along the beach. It's several days by foot back to Port Nyanzaru, and that's not including the jungle and all of the bullshit thereof. Now, you have this map, I believe. Someone in your party has this player map of Chult. Is that correct?
I believe so, yeah.
Do we know who it is?
I thought it was Brick, but I could be misremembering. It's been a while since the first episode.
If it's Brick, then I think you... you've
I have
lost
it in my inventory.
Yeah, if it's not in your inventory, you don't have it. I know one of you were given it. I know Prince Otamu like looked at it, but I'm pretty sure one of you has it. I would recommend figuring that out before we do anything else.
I don't have it in my inventory either.
Not me. Maybe Scratch?
Scratch, you got a map of Chult in your inventory?
Looking right now. It's loading. It's loading up.
Okay.
It would make sense if it was Scratch. It's a guide and a Chultan native.
But this is, like, this page that everybody is on right now. Oh, did I not? Yeah, I moved you. Is the map that you got from Central Sylvain. Scratch would probably have a different map. If he has one at all.
Fair.
If Scratch doesn't have it, that means it went overboard with the dragon turtle, and you're only just now noticing.
Yeah, I don't have it.
Fuck.
Okay, then I'm gonna tap off this page. Sorry, guys.
Brick was the one who had it, but either way, we don't have it anymore.
Yep. Then that must, like, Brick didn't go in the water, so what that must have meant was when the ship capsized and Brick caught something, it fell out of his pack and he didn't notice. Oof. So I think then, instead of starting with the map, I guess we just talk about... I'm keeping the map up for the sake of the stream, by the way, but none of you guys can see it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope.
So, do we want to fade in on the next day after your long rest, or that evening during your long rest? I'm not going to put an encounter there because I want you guys to get the benefits of a long rest, but if there's anything you guys want to do overnight on the beach, now is the time to speak up. If not, then we'll cut over to the next day. And then my question will be, who is awake first? Aside from Shago.
I'd say next day.
I would also say next day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who is awake first, aside from our boy Shago?
I want to say Scratch, because he's always getting up early in case someone decides to bat him out of a tree.
Okay. I mean, you're not in a tree, you're on the beach, but...
Well, yeah. That.
On a
You're
tree.
used to waking up early, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
To avoid would-be attackers.
So, okay, so you wake up... Wait. At... I almost said at dawn, but you're on the beach. The tide would come in before that.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be before dawn. Yeah, I think so. So Scratch, you're up. The fire has burned low. Everyone else is still asleep, but you see Shago like checking his gear. He's just like sitting like in the watch position. Like you guys have like a stone near the camp, because this is like a semi-permanent camp for Shago. So there's probably like a stone that makes a good watch post, and Shago's like sitting on it, looking out over the Bay of Chult and the nearby jungle, just like checking the he's not sharpening his spear because he doesn't need to, but he's probably like checking the tie between the blade and the handle, and like counting up the food, seeing if there's any bananas left over from last night, etc. And when you stir, you see him like look over, and he smiles, and he like gestures you like, come away from the sleeping people, I'm not gonna shout.
Yeah, he'd get up and walk over.
Yeah. Shago like moves over on the rock so you can sit down, and he says, and for the purposes of this scene, you're both speaking in the Chultan dialect, I assume, unless you, like, he is, certainly. but it's just effectively dialectual common. Like, it's so common, but it's like it's basically somebody speaking with like the Caribbean dialect. Like, you can kind of understand them, but there's gonna be like subtitles at the bottom of the screen anyway. And for the sake of the people watching and for you guys, like Gamza, you and I will be speaking like normal English, but yeah, like Scratch and Shago are speaking the Chilton dialect.
It's like going from like New York to Louisiana.
Yeah, basically. And Shango says, it's a long way to Aldani, Scratch. Several
Yes,
weeks
it
of
is.
travel. You are not prepared.
Nope. But we must do what we must do, eh?
He nods. I can hunt, and you can hunt. You're going to have to get your hands dirty.
When do I do much else?
Any chance you can?
Fair enough.
Shago is mighty, but we're not in
He
a
is
good
only one
starting
man.
position. He like holds his spear and like gestures with it. He says, "We swim, deal with the turtle, the myrmidons, the Yanti, or we go into the jungle, ghoul territory."
I know they're not very well known for their hospitality, but
If you say grung, I'm hitting you with this spear.
no, I refer to the Unti. I know a thing or two about talking their language.
I like my skin where it is.
How do you think I feel, everyone hounding over my hide?
Pelt. I don't think anyone cares about your hide.
My pet, yes. Everyone wants it just because it looks
Unique.
like gold coins and is...
Yes, it has nothing at all to do with your reputation, Scratch. He grins at
Well,
you.
I think Scratch grins back. Of course not. Who would want to attack the impeccable, scratched face of a gold coin?
The point is, these Outlanders don't know the situation that they find themselves. Do you have a
Frankly,
map?
I did.
Show me where it is. We need to plan our
points
route.
at- He points into the ocean.
You're joking.
Dragon turtle.
Right. Normally, I would say take a boat from the fort, return to Port Yanzaru, and trek out from there, but that's not really an option.
No.
So, we're going to the port, yes?
Unfortunately, it seems we must.
Okay. That's still... Well, first of all, that's going to take us 6 days out of our way, at least. I don't know what your timetable is.
Soon.
Helpful. There is nowhere that you can reach in the jungle soon. Even with Shago.
God, I should have asked for a flying carpet.
So, do we risk the bay? Or do we risk... Yeah, or do we risk the jungle? We are deep in... well, bad territory.
Yes. And, frankly, Shago, I think you underestimate the Outlanders, and how many advantages over us they have.
When was the last time you were in this area, Scratch?
Many years ago.
I live here. I am not... They call him Thundercaller. I know what that means. The doctor can do things I have never seen, and the little one smells like fire sand. I understand what they are capable of. What you neglect is this area.
It's a matter of whatever we choose, they are ready to face it. If it means death, it means death.
Are they going to listen to me? Are you?
They trust me, and for now, I'm placing my trust in you.
The beach is the safest route. Slowest, well, not slowest, but markedly slow. You see how the bay is not straight. I would say, providing we don't get bogged down or accosted, or the beach is not washed out, 2 weeks to Port Nyanzaru. And that's not all. The beach is safest, but it does not give us a route. If something happens on the beach, there is nowhere to go.
There is death on one side and death on the other.
The jungle is more dangerous, but we have the cover of the trees. We will use less water. We might even be able to find some. But tell me, when you think of ghouls, you probably think of what? 1, 2, maybe 3 or 4 slavering, shambling, rotted invalids, yes?
I assume, from what I've been hearing back at the port, we would not find 1 or 2. We would find tens, theoretically hundreds.
He nods. Precisely. They move in groups. We could pick off stragglers, take on the bounty, hide from the hordes, but if they catch us, I could be out here with Prince Otamu, and we would die.
Yes.
And that's to say nothing of the lizards. You paid me, I promised to get you where you need to go. Shago honors his promise, but this is about the worst start we could have asked for.
Certainly something to add to my tale of the mighty Shago if successful. Huh?
If they listen to you and you listen to me, I would say we go to the jungle. It's faster, and we do have cover. And if we need to flee from the jungle, we can go to the beach. But if we need to flee to the from the beach, we go into the ocean.
Which then proposes innumerable issues. So we must hope for good luck. Huh?
And our first destination should be Port Nyanzaru.
It shall.
How are your supplies? Do you have water?
Here, I have a water skin.
That is less than a day. Do you have food?
Our friend over there, he points at Sparky, has our solution to water.
Food?
Food. He's like digging through his pack. I have 5 days of rations on me.
Not enough. Not enough even at a brisk pace. And we cannot afford to be brisk in ghoul territory.
Absolutely not.
We will have to hunt. We will have to find something alive in ghoul territory and hunt it. Tall order.
Come, Shago.
How about
This
insect
is you.
repellent?
Sorry?
How much insect repellent do you have?
considering I was not planning on us coming back to the jungle, well, none.
None. The... What is she, a fish?
She said what she is before, right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, she specified herself as a water ganassi.
She is a water ganassi?
Is that some kind of fish? A triton? I've seen a triton.
No. No, it's more watery?
Tritons live in the ocean.
But I think her hair is water.
She is a healer of some description, yeah?
Indeed.
She has enough supplies for ghoul territory. More to the point, she has antivenom.
I do not claim to know of her supplies, but I would assume the good doctor is stocked.
Shago would ask her, but every time Shago gets close, she turns the color of wine.
Shago, you keep flirting. Why do you think?
Think about where you just were, Scratch. Think about the pickings in that area. Of course Shago was flirting.
You have a fair point.
I did not hear pardon me. Shago did not hear a no.
I did not either. I am not stopping you.
Regardless, if the fish doctor will not... That sounds so much like witch doctor when I say it like that. Has supplies, you need to find out. You need to find out if she has antitoxin, specifically for mummy rot, I think it's called. To say nothing of tarantulas, snakes, frogs, grung.
Snakes, frogs, tarantulas, I would assume she can handle. But mummy rot, I do not believe is very common elsewhere.
You realize, Scratch, if she is not prepared, we all might die.
I do.
This will not be easy. If we had everything we need, if we had a boat, this would not be easy. But when last I looked, the four of you could not turn around.
No.
So, we go to the jungle, we move carefully. Shago will plot the way. We try to avoid the heart of ghoul territory, but we use the beach as a fallback, yes?
Yes.
If I am leading, someone has to forage or hunt. The dwarf. What did he say? Sergeant? That device on his back. Does it make
Belt.
noise?
It does.
A great deal of it?
Absolutely.
Leave it here.
It cannot be done.
If it cannot be left here, then it should be stuffed with leaves.
I can ask him, tell him not to use it. But
Does he have a means to fight without it?
I believe he does, last I checked. If not,
If
I'm
not,
sure I
I
can-
know how to make a spear. He's not getting mine. And neither are you, so don't ask.
I don't need your spear, Shago.
Alright. Rouse them. Get them up, get them prepared. Make certain of your supplies. Shago will go and find breakfast.
Right.
If I am not back by... well, when the sun is off the water, start going without me. Follow the beach, it's safer. I will find you.
Understood.
And he gets up and, turns, and you see him, eye the jungle, oh, fuck. And then steals himself, picks up a spear, and off he goes. Cool. Making a note of that for later. Leaving you, Scratch, and your 3 sleeping comrades. What would you like to do?
Scratch is gonna, he's sat there for an extra minute, deep breath, stands up, and then he just walks around to all of them and gives them a nudge. Come on, wake up. It is almost dawn.
So, do you guys wake up when Scratch gives you a nudge?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Sparky kind of does that, and rolls over, kind of starting to pick himself up, but clearly not fully awake yet.
Don't make me dunk you in the water, my friend. Wake up. First order of business. Break.
Yes.
During this journey, you may not use your gun.
I'm not stupid, friend.
Good. And Doctor,
Yes.
are you prepared to deal with toxins?
Would that be included in a
Do
healer's
you
kit?
have anti-poison, anti-toxin, or anything like that on your inventory?
No, I don't.
Then you are not.
No, I wasn't informed I would need it.
Do you have the means to prepare it on scene? Or the know-how?
I have an alchemy kit, but that would be hard to set up at a moment's notice.
Actually, funnily enough, the two main potions that do not require, an alembic and a distillery and all of that other stuff are minor healing potions and anti-poison.
Oh, then I think she probably says that, and then she goes, wait, no, actually, those are some of the few things I can try to make without having to pull out my alchemy station, so
You
I
just
probably could.
Need the supplies, yeah?
I would just need the supplies.
Now, do you know of a disease called mummy rat?
Make a medicine check. It's not a disease, it's a fucking curse.
That isn't a disease, that's a curse, Scratch.
Point being, do you know how to deal with it?
Do I?
With that roll, on a, theoretical level, yes, but you would need, a field hospital and probably a superior.
Theoretically, yes, but I'm... Her ears kind of, flatten down a little bit. But mind you, I'm still relatively new at this. This is one of my first major assignments.
Even a theory can prove useful, I suppose. Sparky,
Yes.
did you ever get around to that problem of our water issue? Solution to our water issue?
Oh, yeah, that thing. And with that, like clearly still kind of out, he just starts rummaging around the haversack and then pulls out a jug.
Nice.
Perfect. How does it work?
And he just like kind of pops open a cork and this here, just drink from that. God, it's been a long night.
He'll take a quick sip of it.
It's fresh water.
Perfect.
It just does it like that.
Yeah, it should be around 8, 10, and then he like goes to checks his note. He like looks at like a little scratch on the jug.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying because I know I put it in somewhere on my notes.
It's a lot of fresh water. It's more than you need. It's at least 8 gallons. I think it might actually be 12.
That's what I'm trying to find because I at least thought I put it somewhere.
100% it's more than you need, but yeah, getting the exact measurement would be good.
Okay, I remember.
You can make substantially more of one type of water than the other, but I don't remember if you can make more fresh water or more salt water. One of them is like 30 gallons. Like, it's crazy.
Weird. I took a picture of it, but it didn't save apparently.
Well, heck.
8 gallons of fresh water.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
You only need 5 unless you want Shago to forage for his own, in which case you only need 4. So you're good.
Yeah, we're good.
That being said, Dr. Lorelei might need a little bit more to keep from drying out, but it won't be more than you can make in the jug. It's fine. Now, all of that being said, protect that jug with your lives.
Frankly,
Yeah,
Sparky is set up for the ultimate scam.
Oh?
This can make 8 gallons of water per day.
They sell it off for a huge sum of gold, and then he just makes another one, and that one evaporates.
Yeah, our artificers are pretty good for that, actually.
Huh. Apparently pictures in the notes don't actually work. Weird.
Alright. Shago is currently looking for more food, I believe. We'll be making our way to the jungle, I think it was. Which means we'll have to be quiet. And careful. We're in ghoul territory.
Slight gulp.
And when I say ghoul territory, what may come to mind is 1 or 2 shambling beasts. No. We are talking hundreds, thousands in these woods.
Hey, Scratch, can you make a history check for me?
Yes. I'm good at those, normally. Knock on wood.
Okay, nice. Nobody really knows where the undead came from. They just kind of showed the fuck up one day. But the issue is, that was a long-ass time ago. And instead of, like, 1 or 2 in, like, a crypt or something, they keep coming. There's more undead in the jungle than there are people in Port Nyanzaru. By, like, an exponent.
Ew.
Let me give you a very good understanding of how many we're dealing with, huh? Good talk there.
Yes.
Do you remember how many beggars came to you?
Yeah, of course I do. Why?
Imagine if the entire city did that, all at once. And then 2 more cities. And then 3 more of those. We're not entirely sure where they're coming from. They just keep appearing.
You think it has anything to do with the death curse?
Was around before the death curse.
It's been here far longer. If anything, if not by the nature of the death curse, I would be calling this the death curse. Or rather, the undeath curse.
Nah. Ew.
That is why it is imperative, Brick, that you do not fire that gun. You will set upon us a swarm that not even the gods could save us from.
What's your guys' passive perception, out of curiosity?
11.
14.
Sorry?
I've got 14.
14. Dr. Lorelei, what's your passive perception?
1 second. 12.
Brick?
12.
Okay. I think everybody but Sparky, as you're just like taking a moment and getting your gear together, you feel a rumble in the sand around you.
What is that?
What is that?
Scratch
What
is
was the
like
luck,
fucking.
guys?
Scratch is like on his fucking toes and ready to run.
Brick's got his scimitar out.
Okay, you can let your
Oh,
thing
fuck, guys. The water wasn't that bad.
Quiet.
A little bit later, just like a couple seconds, coming around the like the bend of the like shoreline, you see a triceratops.
No. That one isn't. I would know this, right? Because they're used as.
Yeah, they're well, the ones that are bred and used to dealing with people are used as pack animals. They're herbivores. You know that. They also don't see well, and they're temperamental. Think like a bigger rhino.
They're herbivores, but they're short-sighted and angry when they see something they don't know. Put short and sweet, we stand behind Shago's shack long enough, and well, that's the end of that.
Yeah, it just like meanders closer to you guys. Like it's coming up to the little camp.
I think Sue kind of like carefully moves towards like the house.
There's no
hut
house.
thing.
It's like no,
Yeah.
it's just a campsite, a semi-permanent campsite. Like on the beach, there's a fire pit. There's
Okay.
like a lean-to, and like some like crates of supplies, but there's not like a building.
I still think she just kind of like moves out of the general way of it.
It walks into camp if you guys don't stop it.
Mm-mm.
What's up, Vader?
No, I'm nothing.
Okay.
Don't mind me.
Your thing lit up. I thought you had something to say.
Sparky's gonna make sure he has his pack in the jug before backing off.
Okay. It walks up to the like bananas that you guys were snacking on last night, and just like opens its like beaked mouth and just like clamps it down on the bunch of bananas and like picks it up and starts chewing on it.
Well, fuck.
Should we start moving?
Scratch is gonna look at the sun's placement.
Mm-hmm.
Hearing Brick say that. Where was that, Sparky?
No, that was Brick.
Okay.
You gotta like maybe 10 minutes before Shago was like, if I'm not back, go.
We've still got 10 minutes.
Do we want to stick around this thing and risk it getting angry for 10 minutes?
We can exit its line of range, yes.
So whoever like stands up, I know Scratch, you said you were already on your feet, Dr. Lorelai was already on your feet, but like Well, I guess maybe not Sparky, but Brick, when you go to get up, the thing, like, stops chewing and just, like, it doesn't, like, whirl on you. It just, like, stops chewing. It's got the big bunch of bananas in its mouth, and it just turns its head towards you and kind of makes this, like, almost cow-like noise.
Brick stops moving.
Just, like, blinks at you a few times. This thing is huge, by the way. This is a huge category creature. Like, let me bring out its token for reference so you guys can see how big this fucking thing is, because it is relevant. Where is my thunder lizards? Plural, that is. Do I not have a special section just for... No, I don't. For dinosaurs, I'm surprised.
Well.
I mean, I have stuff, but I just don't have that. This is the size of a Triceratops compared to the size of Brick.
Yeah.
This thing is massive. I'm chewing on some bananas. You guys are just gonna, like, leave it to its business? Is your plan?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming Henrietta is like nearby somewhere.
Henrietta is wherever you need Henrietta to be, up to and including sitting on the Triceratops frill.
I'm sorry. No, hold on.
What?
We can't ever awaken this chicken if you agree to that, Sibs.
Why?
Because the fox offering that implies Henrietta is fucking some bullshit chaos god in disguise.
Yeah, no. What I am implying is if Dr. Lorelei wants to be like, hey, where's Perry? Then Henrietta can just be sitting on, like, anywhere. Up to and including, like, between the Triceratops' horns. Just chilling. The Triceratops doesn't give a shit. Nobody really knows how I got there. It's just chicken.
I mean, honestly, probably in line with how this series has been going.
Okay, in that case, I need to turn on the chicken music. 1 second. Let me. Yeah.
I'm sorry. We're gonna lose track of Henrietta at some point. It's just gonna be a cutscene over to Xanthi. It's just gonna be Henrietta the chicken.
Yep, exactly. So I think you guys are, like, getting your stuff, you're backing away, and then Dr. Lorelei is like, where's my chicken? And you all, like, look, and the camera slowly pans up from the eating Triceratops, and Henrietta is just chilling between its upper horns, just sitting there.
Time!
How in the...
I wish I could show this to Shago.
Don't ask questions.
I wish I could show this to Shago.
That is not a normal chicken.
That is a chaos god. I swear to God, that chicken is a god of chaos.
I think that's a little much. It's...
No. Chaos god.
Doubt.
We are traveling with a doctor and her chaos god.
Wouldn't that be a chaos god and its doctor?
You say that as if the chaos god needs a doctor. If we try to if we try to fight that chicken, Paylor will not be willing to save us.
I sincerely think, like, while you guys are talking, Henrietta is, like, bobbing her head in a way that looks vaguely like she's nodding along with Scratch, but she's also just like picking mites off the Triceratops's fur, hide.
Oh my god.
This is just banjo circus music.
It really is. Yeah, it is. You're right.
That's the talent of this chicken. Fuck you.
Look, I learned very early on that Henrietta needed her own theme song, and I do not regret it, so...
I'm okay with this 100%. I think Sue just kind of like sighs, shrugs. I've seen her get out of worse situations. Has she actually? Because that's a terrifying thought, actually.
I mean, here's the thing. You have a habit of losing track of the chicken. If anything, you know the least about her exploits, compared to Brick, for example.
Fair enough.
I imagine it's something we just leave, and then Laura would be wondering where the chicken was, and the chicken would just poke her head out of Laura's map sack or something.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
So what are you dealing with this chicken? Are you just gonna leave it to its fate, or are you gonna try to wrest the chicken from the Triceratops?
I think Sue is like going to kind of like, Henrietta, come here. Like, kind of try to call the chicken.
Okay, make an animal handling check, because this is gonna go so well. Okay.
All around average tonight so far, folks.
Yeah, right? So you just, like, hold your hands out, you're like, Henrietta, come here. And the Triceratops, like, makes another cow noise, turns from Brick, and starts walking towards you.
Squeaks. Her ears, like, stick straight up. Her eyes go a little wide, like...
And this gigantic armored like tank puppy starts walking towards you.
Puppy, that's great.
In fairness, Henrietta's getting closer.
I mean, yeah. I think Sue, like, kind of stands very still. Like, her ears are, like, pointed, like, almost straight up. She's, like, really tense.
Do you still have your hands out in front of you?
Yes.
Okay. I think the Triceratops, like, nudges one of your hands with its horn. And just kind of, like, exhales around the bananas. What are the rest of you doing?
Brick, I think, is stunned.
Okay. Good. Great.
Sparky is still just watching Henrietta, like, just baffled in a way.
The chicken is just sitting on this thing's nose, occasionally pulling a mite off of its hide. Just chilling.
I'm sorry, is what I missed Henrietta jumped onto the thing's horn?
No. Henrietta is sitting between, like, on its nose, between its horns, eating mites. The thing has walked towards Dr. Lorelei.
Are the bananas still in reach?
Technically speaking, yes.
Then I think Sue's going to, like, try and give it one.
You're gonna try to take a banana out of a Triceratops's mouth.
No, like, I was asking, like, if there were some, like, on the ground still. Or
No,
does it have
I mean, I guess some fell off, but they would now be behind the Triceratops because it walked towards you.
Yeah, no, then never mind. I think Sue just kind of, like, stands there.
Okay.
She's a little terrified.
Yeah. I think, like, the thing, like, satisfied that it can move your hands with its horn, just, like, takes another step closer. And this close that you can feel, like, the sand vibrate when it steps down. This is not what you guys felt before. It must have, like, hopped down onto the beach or something. But this close, Dr. Lorelei, you can feel its, like, footstep. And then, yeah, like, this, I think we get the close-up of Dr. Lorelei with her ears standing straight up, and then we just see these two, like, horns come on either side of her head as the thing gets closer, and then it just, like, lightly headbutts your chest. Like, I'm Doggo, I'm here, pet please. But it's a gigantic creature, so, like, make a strength saving throw.
Yeah, I figured. Sue, Lorelei, have fun. You have a bad modifier for this stat.
No, you're not gonna take damage, it just might knock you on your butt. Okay,
I'm sorry.
surprisingly. So you don't, like, I think you get picked up a little bit by the shove, but it just, like, sets you back on your feet, and it's just, like, right there, and it's like, commence scritches, please.
I think like once it like picks her up, she's like, "Oh, hi there," and she like actually does go to pet it just like out of a reflex, almost like she tends to do it most
so the rest
animals.
of you watch, including Henrietta, who is now watching jealously as Dr. Lorelei begins petting this gigantic dinosaur. As Dr. Lorelei begins petting this gigantic dinosaur.
It probably feels like touching a purse, like a really shitty snakeskin purse.
Well, no, actually, because it's covered in very, 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 like, primitive down. So if anything, it's got these, like, little wiry, like, hairs against its skin, so it feels kind of like it feels kind of like the general structure of steel wool, but much softer.
Huh.
Yeah.
Dead nose to Lorelei's just gonna pet the Triceratops until it's satisfied, I guess.
Okay, make
This
another
is
animal
great.
handling check. I hope to God you fail this. I hope to God
Shut
you
up.
fail this check.
I have inspiration, so
You might want to use it.
yeah, I'm gonna use it. Advantage.
Inspiration animal handling. Here we go. Hell yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, so you're scratching this
Oh,
thing.
thank God.
Who is currently behind the Triceratops?
Uh,
I think it was
Brick to the side.
Scratch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know I was looking at the chicken.
Yeah. So I think like as you start scratching this thing like closes its eyes and like resumes its meal, but this gigantic tree trunk tail starts swaying back and forth. Scratch, can you make a dexterity saving throw for me, please?
I really hope I pass this because I have the greatest image in mind.
Are we going to see a cat getting yeeted into the air?
Yes.
Scratch, 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 scratch. You dumb. You.
So the good news is you rolled a 7.
I'm. Scratched face of a gold coin is dummy thick with double the dummy and none of the thick.
The bad news is your modifier is +6, so you rolled a natural 1. So, Dr. Lorelei, you're like scratching this Triceratops, and it's like kind of like bouncing its little feet up and down a little bit, and then you just hear poof, and then you just see Scratch go sailing about 6 feet to the right, and then just fall prone in the sand.
I think she like kind of jumps a bit, like her hand comes back for a second, but then she's like, "Are you good?"
Scratch, I'm gonna have to give you some damage for that, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with it.
Let me check a trike's damage. I'm not gonna do like its gore attack or anything, but let me just see like what its strength modifier is, stuff like that. Because
30.
holy shit,
Oh.
you just got yeeted by a Triceratops, friend.
Okay.
Thankfully, you got yeeted by a Triceratops in the most friendly way possible. Like, this could be a much worse... Oh, no.
It could be a much worse. No, it couldn't.
I mean, it could. It could. Its attacks deal 3d10 damage.
What?
However, its modifier for strength is +6. So you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage?
Well, thankfully I'm
Holy
not dead.
shit.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So
Yeah.
you got scorpioned a little bit there, Scratch. You just got
Right.
hit in the midriff, and your arms and legs just shot forward, and then you just got catapulted about 6 feet to the side. You got some bruised ribs.
My HP was just nearly cut in half.
Yeah.
By,
I'll
a
fix
fuck-
that in a minute.
by an over-glorified fucking dog.
Tank puppy.
Tank puppy, tank puppy.
Tank puppy.
Oh. Henrietta, claim its soul. I want to keep it.
Like, does it do anything else, or is it just
No,
kind
it's
of
just
vibing out?
happily it's happily getting scratched and munching on bananas. Scratch just happened to be in the line of fire. It wasn't even
Oh.
trying to do that. It was just like happy swaying, and then Scratch got a piece of it.
I'll help you in a minute, Scratch.
Mm-hmm.
Should I do a good doctor? I can stick my spider on him.
Only if you want to, Ren.
Just don't send it scurrying across the sand, please.
That's probably wise, yes.
That's how the good doctor gets gored.
I feel like I'm actually dying.
I mean, to be fair, you got hit with what was effectively a tree.
Sorry!
You keep scratching this thing, and it just gets more and more vigorous. I think, yeah, Dr. Lorelei, you're gonna need to make a dex save while Ren is taking care of Scratch.
Okay.
Alright.
Can I just do that now?
Yeah,
or...
yeah, go ahead. If you're gonna use your spider, just roll the. Yeah, there you go. Say 9 healing. Cool. So you're back to where you were, Scratch.
So the doctor rolls the deck save?
Yeah, make a dex save. Cool. So you don't get bowled over as you're just like scritchy, scritchy, scritch. Henrietta like squawks and jumps down beside you as this thing just flops over on its side.
Oh.
And just
Like, is it going to sleep?
no, it's showing you its belly.
Oh my fucking god.
For most, if not all animals.
Are we now going to have like the good doctor just riding around on a giant triceratops?
I mean, this one is wild, so probably not, but
I'm sorry. There have been
Just do
weirder
it.
concepts for movies.
there are weirder concepts for movies.
She'll do it if it's offering.
Okay, make another animal handling check.
Scratchy, scratchy, scratchy.
Oh god, please.
Does anyone know anything about dinosaur taming?
This is what you get, by the way, for making me turn on the chicken music. This is all your fault.
I know. I'm
None
just
of us
here.
did. None of
So-
us did shit.
So Dr. Lorelei just like kneels down in the sand and starts scratching this thing's belly. Meanwhile, Scratch, you're picking yourself up off the ground, and you like wipe the stars out of your eyes. You give Sparky a nod, and you look back over, and this thing is down on the ground, just like flailing its feet and making cow noises, while Dr. Lorelei is tickling its belly.
I think he walks over to it, starts giving it a pat too, like,
Does anyone know anything about taming
Make an animal
dinosaurs?
handling check.
Scratch, I swear to god.
I thought you were the Schultz native, not us.
Yes! Yes!
ah, I refuse. I refuse.
So you come over and you're just like,
No.
this thing is not so bad. Scritchy, scritchy, scritch. And then, yeah, like its flailing foot is just gonna come where Scratch used to be. 14 to hit.
No.
Cool. So you narrowly miss as one of these like gigantic legs just whizzes past your head. By the way, the chicken is gone. Nobody saw where the chicken went. The chicken is not here.
And Henrietta, but
I think she was like still doing her thing, but she like looks around for the chicken. Oh my god, how?
Doctor, you keep attending to our friend. I've got this.
Please be careful.
Oh,
Henrietta, if you come back, I'll give you scratches too.
Make an animal handling check.
This is fucking wonderful.
Why?
Whoa. I'm sorry. All I can imagine is a little fucking rock comes bap him in the face.
No. I think you just don't see Henrietta anywhere. Like, you don't even see tracks of this bird. You saw the bird jump off the Triceratops, and then in the time it took the Triceratops to roll over on its side, the chicken vanished.
Good doctor, I think your chicken is dead.
Do you honestly want to say that?
I mean, I don't see the chicken. So,
Stu's ears kind of like flatten out a little bit, like they went back to normal, and then they kind of like form like almost right degree angles when you say this.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of like starts looking around, like she's still trying to attend to the dinosaur a bit, but like she stands up a little more to try
Okay.
and like.
Do you want to make a medicine check on this dinosaur by any chance?
Sure.
Or are you just petting the big lizard?
I'll make a medicine check.
All right.
I could see Sue Lorelai trying to see if there was something wrong with the dino while petting it.
You don't notice anything amiss?
Yeah, this roll makes about sense for the doctor. She doesn't
Okay.
know anything about dinosaurs.
So you just stand up, start looking around for the chicken. You don't see the chicken.
Yeah.
And Sparky do an investigation check to get an idea where the chicken may have gone.
Unfortunately, it would be perception because the chicken is not leaving visible tracks.
Ah, okay.
Does it do anything like when she stands up or no?
No, it's happy. It's getting scratched. It's eating bananas. It's in its happy place. There is a trench in the sand behind it, where its tail is making sand angels.
Is its name Vincent?
Sorry? No.
Question mark?
Vincent Trench is a character in Waterdeep. So that perception check, Sparky.
Okay, sorry, I had it. There it is.
Okay. You look around.
Oh.
You look around. You do not see the chicken.
Where in the blast is Shago?
So, Scratch is gonna look at the sun again.
Yeah, it's out of the water.
Regardless, it's time for us to go.
I mean, Chago isn't back yet.
He said if he wasn't back by the time the sun wasn't touching the water, for us to leave. And he would find us.
All right, I suppose.
Until he finds us, we're following the
Sorry, that wasn't him. That was me.
That's
The
fine.
beach.
we're following the beach.
Oh, all right. I think Sue's gonna like try and stand up like slowly.
Yeah.
And like she's gonna keep doing it, but she's going to like slowly let up.
Yeah, you get up, you step away. The trike like rolls to its feet, gets up, shakes sand everywhere. All four of you need to make Constitution saving throws.
The
Great,
Constitution,
my worst
right?
stat.
Yep. Oh, so unfortunately, Brick, you just get blasted in the face with sand.
Oh.
Eyes watering, coughing. You took a big piece of it as this thing like shook its horns out of the sand and just like threw sand all over you. The rest of you were fine.
Brick's gonna try to just get to the water, wash it out.
Yeah. It's an easy fix. It just sucks for a second. And then
Yeah.
Dr. Lorelai, like you start to like pick up your pack and walk away. The trike starts following you.
Ah!
Doctor, is this how you got the chicken?
Yes, actually.
Wait, what? I thought she got the chicken when she was helping deliver a baby and they couldn't give her money.
Yes, but
The idea in this case was she just scratched a random chicken in and just decided to follow her.
This is how she got Henrietta to like her.
yes.
Fair enough. I think like as she starts walking, she feels the ground shake behind her. She turns around and goes, "Oh."
Whatever, he can come.
So yeah, so you stop and you just get this like a bit louder cow noise, and then you get headbutted in the chest again.
You know what that means.
If you want to come, you can. She says that.
All right.
That's just Sue Lorelai's personality.
Yeah.
We just gonna be dead ass with the Triceratops. You can come if you fucking want.
Okay. So
I
you
think
guys
she's still looking
start
for
walking.
Henrietta a little, though.
What direction do you start walking, Scratch?
He would have gestured. Shago gestured a direction, right?
No, he didn't. But your choices are towards the fort or away from the fort.
Away from the fort.
Okay. So you guys start walking along the beach. Has anyone bothered to find the chicken?
I think
Brick's
Sue is
keeping
looking
an eye
around.
I mean, Sparky's gonna keep an eye out, but Sparky failed miserably in trying to find the chicken.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Sue is 100% trying to find the chicken.
Okay.
Brick's had to catch this chicken a couple times now.
Yep.
So what do I roll?
Not funny,
Perception.
so the chicken's not
Perception
gonna
if you
show
want.
up.
What's your marching order, guys? I will say this:
Correct.
no one is directly behind Dr. Lorelei because directly behind Dr. Lorelei is Big Lizard.
We're naming him Trike.
No, we are not. I think Sue is in
Name
the
him
back
Michael.
though, because
Why Michael?
Mike the Trike.
Oh my god, yes.
I think Sue is in the back, like gigantic fuck off dinosaur behind her.
I mean, well, yes, okay,
That
fair.
probably would happen, yeah.
You do not
As
see
for-
the chicken, Brick.
What do I have to roll? I was not.
Perception.
Should I take another perception roll as well?
You
or
can.
are
You can if
fine?
you want. Dr. Lorelei, you also do not see the chicken. Sparky, you
Sue likes
also do not see the chicken.
notebooks.
It's not funny right now, so the chicken's not gonna show up.
Brick's gonna take a look back at the dinosaur just to make sure like it's not on its head again.
It is not on its head again. Scratch, are you leading?
Yes.
So it goes Scratch, who?
Brick.
Brick,
I would say,
Yeah.
yeah, Scratch, Brick,
Rin,
Sparky
Dr.
for the
Lorelei,
doctor.
Mike. Okay.
Fuck, I didn't mean to click that again. Well, that's a good
You
roll.
still
but-
do not see the chicken.
Oh God! What is my chicken stealth status?
The
Chaos.
chicken's stealth status is
God.
30.
So
The only way to see it is
Chaos.
to roll on that 20.
God.
So yeah, let's see. Let's switch this up. Let's go to. Actually, let's just do this. This'll work.
We lost a chicken, but we got a Triceratops.
Yeah, right.
If we actually lost Henrietta, Sue may start crying when.
I
this
mean,
stuff
you
is out.
don't know where she is.
Listen, if we keep this Triceratops, I will cry because this is the only thing I've ever wanted.
So you guys are walking for like just a couple of minutes, and then you see like off. So you guys are walking. The Bay of Cholt is on your right, and the jungle is on your left. And Scratch, you have the highest passive, so you see like a bunch of bushes moving at the edge of the jungle.
Fucking immediately bow at the ready.
Okay. You see Shago from a very weird angle. You see Shago come out of the bushes ass first.
Shago?
He found the chicken.
He's backing up, but he's like his shoulders are hunched over, and he's like grabbing the ground with his hands as he's like waddling backwards out of the bush.
Shago, what the fuck are you doing?
He stops, he turns around, and he grins at you, and he says, "There you are! Shago is very glad that he did not have to go hunting down the beach for you. Help me with this."
What is it?
I walk over.
Yeah, you walk over, and there's just a boar carcass being dragged by Shago. It's probably a couple 100 pounds.
Yeah, he'll grab hold, try to help
Yeah,
Shago.
you grab two of the legs, Shago grabs the other two. Make an athletics check.
He has yet to notice the fuck all dinosaur.
No, he hasn't yet. You're right.
This is gonna be art.
It's
Wow.
It is. Yeah. So you guys have the pig, and Shago like puts it on his like half of it on his shoulder, and you do the same. And he says, "Right. So we go back to the camp. We skin this. It's a bit of a later start, but." And then he turns and he sees the Triceratops, and he just goes rigid. And you see him
His
like
name-
slowly reach for his spear.
His name is Mike.
You named a thunder lizard.
It likes me apparently.
It is in good company, Doctor.
Listen, all I'm saying is mode of transport if we do this right.
Is it wild?
Okay, you've got me there.
We should scare it off with fire.
We should not.
Oh.
He like tries to get closer without fucking up how they have the pig.
Yeah, right?
We should not because the doctor likes it. Huh?
It is a wild beast and bigger than both of us.
But is it bigger than your love for the doctor?
When did I say love, Scratch? When did I say... Never mind. And he just turns back to the group and like raises his voice because he and Scratch are like 30 feet away from you guys. And he just goes, Shadow has found breakfast.
Sue like gives a thumbs up from all the way away.
Yeah, right.
That's good, because the dinosaur found ours.
And you see Shago like start to say something, and he closes his mouth, and like under his breath over his shoulder to Scratch, he goes, Shago forgot to tie the food to the tree.
He did.
It is a very good thing that Shago went hunting. And he just starts like, yeah, coming down the beach with this pig. I have news, and we need to clean this, and where is the emergency food?
That's a good question.
The bananas?
No, the bird.
Oh,
Scowls immediately.
Henrietta vanished.
What do you mean vanished?
Well, when the Triceratops flopped over for belly scratches, Henrietta jumped off of its horn. Yes, it was on its horn. And now it's missing.
Just
She does
gone.
that.
Just not even tracks.
Not even a faint buck off in the distance.
To be honest, it's actually very interesting from an academic perspective.
I try
need to
not to
keep-
question.
We need to keep an eye on this chicken. I'm convinced it's one of the old gods come for revenge.
It's a chicken I got helping deliver a baby.
Scratch,
Yes.
you're out here looking for magic, yes?
Somewhat.
We are not taking the chicken to the floating stones.
I don't understand why.
Do you want to infuse it with power?
he looks at Shago, looks around a couple times per minute, and then does that like cat smile.
Shago rolls his eyes. So, this, he like pats the dead pig on his shoulder. Lunch, dinner, and breakfast tomorrow, likely enough. Scratch and I will carry this, which means one of you must lead the way.
Oh, I suppose that'll be me then.
Right?
I
Lead
imagine
on.
that the dinosaur,
The
like,
beach or the
bumped
jungle? The choice is yours.
Oh.
This is a disaster.
Scratch said the original plan was the jungle, but with our new companion.
I think as soon as you say that, Shago says in the Chultan dialect over his shoulder to Scratch, "We're making plans for the Thunder Lizard?"
I think he responds in the Chilton language.
I was kidding, but I think they're attached.
Shaco just like deflates a little bit, like, fuck.
Sue likes animals. Sue really likes animals.
Look on the bright side, Chaco. If we encounter ghouls, Thunder Lizard.
New plan. Who is it following? Doctor, you lead. Just keep that thing well in front of Shago. Yes.
Stay at least How long is this thing's tail?
Couple feet.
Stay a couple feet back. Scratch already kind of got smacked by that.
I felt like I died.
So yeah, I think I think Shago just like Shago and Scratch like portage this pig to the back of the column. So Scratch, bad news. You're gonna be lugging this pig for most of the day.
No, we're not. We have a haversack.
You gonna put the pig in the haversack?
Things are preserved inside.
First of all, no, they're not.
I was about to say, I don't think they are, and I think blood would get on everything else.
They absolutely are not preserved. And
I thought things got preserved inside bags of holding. Okay, I was
Nope.
misinformed.
they rot, and there's no air in there, actually, so you could suffocate someone in bag of holding. Also, it has to fit through the mouth of the bag, and this is your pig.
I mean, we can chop the pig up.
You could, which Shago is going to do when you rest in the afternoon, which means you're going to be carrying this for about 6 hours. Or you could leave the pig here. Or you could have Brick carry it.
I was gonna say I could
check something.
I could help take shifts hefting this pig.
Or we all team up, tame the Triceratops, and tie it to the Triceratops.
Do you have a
I have
magical
half
means
price?
with which to make this an animal companion?
No.
Then you can't do that.
Aw.
I don't really have any. I mean, the closest thing I got in terms of magic that would help is catapult the pig, and I don't think that really helped.
Catapult actually has a weight limit.
It does.
Yeah, it does. Never mind.
I have a yard of canvas, a yard of cotton cloth, but those things could be used.
Like, mostly you just need burly men to lug the pig. That's all you need.
Brick.
Lorelei is neither burly nor a man. She's also being followed by the fuck-all lizard.
The almighty fucker lizard.
Here, I'll help heft dinner. You keep an eye out, Scratch.
So the only issue that I have with this is Brick is a medium creature, and that's fine. It's not like Sparky is doing it, but he's still substantially shorter than Shago, who's like 6'8". So it's a bit of a lopsided carry, but you're still helping. Make an athletics check.
Okay.
Nice. It's actually better than Scratch did, so it's a bit easier. So you guys play musical chairs with the pig.
Hang on, that's not fair because mine was a flat roll.
Yeah, Brick is more athletic than Scratch. I don't see the issue.
There's not. I'm just playing semantics for fun.
Anyway, so that means Scratch, you're leading.
Mm-hmm.
So it goes Scratch, Rin, you're second now. Dr. Lorelei, Mike the Trike, Shago, Pig, Brick. Unless, Brick, you want to be in front of Shago for whatever reason.
No.
I'm going to need a survival check. Scratch.
To walk the other direction.
Yes. Okay. So the intention is jungle or beach?
Beach.
Beach. Okay. So you guys start walking. It's not too bad. I will say this. The people carrying the pig are going to need half again as much water, so 1.5 gallons today. But I mean, that's presuming that you give Shago water. I'm not going to presume that you do. Do you?
I think it's kind of a jerk move not to.
But
She would force them.
I'm not going to assume.
True. The doctor would force me to share regardless.
Okay. So Shago is going to push, because Shago and Brick pass their athletic checks. Shago is going to push to like go as far as y'all can today. and then deal with the pig. It's been gutted, so it's not like gonna like bleed bile into all the meat. But deal with the pig like in the evening. Brick, when he floats that, are you gonna be like, I'm not carrying this pig all day?
Brick's not opposed to it.
Okay.
Really?
Brick got ready to work on, what was it, half a dozen ballistas and try to get it done by the end of the day.
True.
50 ballistas. I was rewatching the episode earlier to refresh myself.
The trike will just kind of wander away when you find a little like estuary of water that's going down into the sea. The trike will just like get a drink and then wander into the jungle at that point.
She just kind of like waves. Bye.
Still haven't found the chicken.
I think now she's going to kind of focus a little more on looking for Henrietta.
Okay.
And I'm handling her perception.
Perception. You still gotta find the damn thing before you can do anything like that.
Nope.
Do you perceive the fucking chicken?
You still haven't found the chicken.
I think now Sue is like starting to get a little nervous. Her ears kind of go back. She'll sometimes like wander a little closer to the jungle to take a look. Like not greatly closer to the jungle, but like maybe about a pace or two away from like the group to take a look.
Yeah, you still do not see the chicken.
At that point, Sparky's probably just kind of keeping an eye in case of, like wrestling bushes or anything, just trying to, make sure nothing happens.
So what I'm hearing is Scratch is navigating, Sparky's on watch, is what I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sparky, roll a perception check. Scratch, roll a d20.
Oh no.
Okay. You don't notice anything. It's relatively easygoing. Soft sand under your feet, mild weather, light showers a few times, and pass around the alchemy jug.
Brick's going to pipe up real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Quick question for you, Shago. Do you know anything about the pirates in this area?
You want to ask me that now, or sorry, pardon me. You want to ask Shago that now, or when we make camp?
Probably better when we make camp.
I can tell you, but there's a pig in the way, and the flies are starting to bite.
Fair enough.
So yeah, I think like as the it's not evening when you guys stop. It's like 4 o'clock. But Shago like finds like a place that's like not gonna get washed out by the tide, and like gestures it out to you guys. It's got a little embankment at the back that's somewhat protected, and he says, "We can rest here."
I think Sue nods and like goes back to looking for Henrietta.
Okay. Throw the pig down in the sand, and Shago like flips his spear upside down, and he says, "Someone make a fire. I'll get to potting this out. We want to eat it all now?" He laughs. "Or smoke some of it for the journey."
Probably smoke it. Maybe did I bring any of the salt from? Give me a second. And she starts like rummaging through her bag.
So you start rummaging through your bag, and so you pull your bag off your back. You kneel down in the sand. You open it up, and Henrietta is just looking right at you.
You gave me a heart attack!
I assume we hear the doctor like yelp out loud, so we all like rush over.
Yeah, right.
No, she's like, "You gave me a heart attack!"
She just clucks
And she, like,
demurely.
starts petting Henrietta.
Yeah.
And
Henrietta.
Sparky's just staring at the chicken. That is not a normal chicken.
Don't question it. Don't question it.
Friend, that is like asking me not to breathe.
No, I'm saying that for my own sake.
Oh my god.
Brick is quickly becoming a 60-year-old man because of this damn chicken.
I mean, I make it a point not to read the Necronomicon.
Like, okay, Sue like pulls Henrietta out, sets her on her head, and starts looking through her bag.
You find
I
3
didn't
eggs.
Bring... Huh. Well, we have eggs now. I also did not bring salt, but I brought about a pound of rice.
Don't know if it's a good idea to eat that chicken's eggs.
I say we do it. It will imbue us with the power of our new god.
Scratch, do you have a machete?
I have a rapier and I have claws.
Right,
been eating the
neither of those
chicken's
are
egg.
very good for
Fine.
clearing out brush to make a fire. Does anyone have a large knife or a sword?
I've got
I
this
don't have any
scimitar.
blades.
That will do. Can you go and get some fronds?
I have a tinder box, so we can use that.
We need fuel. Did anyone bring fire? I hope you're not lugging firewood through the jungles of Chult.
Nope.
Good.
I have a tinderbox.
Good. Very useful. Sergeant, go and get some fuel. I will, and he's just like carving through the pig. Scratch. Fish?
I can do fish. Probably.
Of course, we'll go and get firewood and kindling.
Yeah,
I
just take the scimitar and just start like clear cutting the jungle and bringing it down. No big deal.
Actually, I have an idea.
Mm.
Good doctor,
Yes.
swimming is second nature to you, yes?
Yes, to an extent.
Are you opposed to hopping in and claiming us some fish?
Could try. Certainly.
Wait. Considering she's our only real way to heal, will it be safe?
I mean, if you see anything that looks like a snake, come back. If you see anything that looks like a person, come back.
Funnily enough, Shago was about to say that, so good catch.
Actually, if it looks like a person, come back faster.
Am I doing this or not? Would you rather I not swim in there?
Just don't drink it.
Better the bay than the rivers.
Better the bay than the rivers. Note taken. And I think Sue, because we established in pilot episode session, whatever we want to call it, 0, that Sue Lorelai wears a wetsuit under her doctor's robe.
Yeah, but it's basically a leotard.
Yeah. I think Sue packs up her bag, sets Henrietta down, stay, and it's a full body wetsuit, I think, because that's how I draw it usually, and that's how it is in the book.
I'm 90% sure that it's just covering your torso, your limbs are bare.
There.
Long story short, you're not going to be nude, basically.
Yeah.
I know it for sure. But I think Sue just takes off her proper her doctor's coat, the pants she's wearing under it, and just goes into the water.
Yeah, you dive in the water, and the water splashes up as you go through the waves. And before we follow Dr. Lorelai, we just see Shago look over at Scratch and grin.
You are a filthy, filthy little man.
You're the one who suggested it,
I didn't know she was going to do that.
didn't you?
No. But I'll admit
What did you think would happen?
But I'll admit you have a point.
Find some stones and sharp sticks. We have to cook.
Miner's pick raises in anticipation.
You have a miner's pick?
I do.
I mean, he's an archaeologist.
No, flat stones.
Ah, right.
He packs that away and starts looking.
Yeah. Make a survival check. Meanwhile, Dr. Lorelai.
Yes.
Where's my, here we go. Boop. What does the world look like in underwater water Ganassi vision?
A little similar to the surface world, but probably a lot easier on the eyes.
Okay.
Like, she goes underwater, and unlike how I imagine for most people it is, her vision is clear, like she doesn't have to let her eyes adjust.
Right.
It's like she blinked and everything's just slightly blue now.
Can you breathe
Blue,
underwater?
green, whatever. Yeah, I can. I'm amphibious.
Okay. So, the Bay of Chult is huge. It's salt water. I'm assuming that doesn't matter for you.
I'm assuming it doesn't either.
There's, like, to put it bluntly, a Caribbean lagoon stretched out before you. There's coral of every color and many things that we do not have on Earth. There's fish of every hue swimming in various schools. You see, like, some, like, medium-sized sharks are not gonna fuck with you, but you just, like, see them patrolling the deeper water. You probably see, like, you know, bits of artificial things, like an anchor with a bunch of coral grown over it nearby. You don't see any immediate threats. But, like, if this is anything like the plane of water, and it is, there's probably threats too.
Yeah, so Sue is, like, going to just keep on alert and, like, try to find something. Because I just realized I have no idea how Sue's going to catch anything. Because
I was going to say, what's your intention?
I would try using, like, do what I did the other day, which is, like, try to create a bubble around them, but that won't work.
No.
I mean, you could barehanded grab him, swim back up, and chuck it.
True.
You think Sue Lorelei has the strength to do that? I think, like, for a split second, she looks around, kind of goes, well, I need another tool, goes up, walks, like, I want to... She doesn't have a net or anything.
No?
I think she gets out of the water, looks around. Does anyone have something akin to a net?
I have a pig with its belly cut open.
No net, how about a rapier?
That could work.
A rapier will not do good. You will have disadvantage using that underwater.
I know.
I was gonna say probably want something more akin to a spear or a harpoon.
I'm not very good with weapons.
The other option is to find fish that don't swim away.
Fair. I think Sue's
Just-
gonna try and do that then.
Just try to get a lot of really small fish.
Or, like,
I just thought of something awful.
again, stuff that doesn't move.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I think Sue... Go on.
No. That was it. Go on.
Yeah, they were just hitting you with a yeah.
I think Sue, like, kind of goes, wait a minute, I have a better idea. And just, like, dives back into the water.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Scratch...
Mm-hmm.
Shago forges this area a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Any sticks to be used for skewers, or they're not on the ground. You're gonna have to, like, climb a tree to get them.
I think he looks at, like, the closest tree and just looks at it, looks at Shago, and just... He probably cusses and grung.
Okay.
He's just gonna go climb the tree.
Now remind me, do you need to make a roll for that?
No.
You have a climb speed.
Yes.
Okay, so you could just scurry up a tree and start collecting sticks. Now the issue is going to be getting them down again.
He's just gonna snap off what he can, break, snap, tear what he can, and just drop it.
Oh, okay. And then you just, like, clean it back at camp?
Mm-hmm.
I noticed your thing backstage, Honky. No, that was 1.5 gallons as opposed to 1 gallon for the 2 people carrying the pig.
Oh, okay, that's what I was wanting to check.
So it would be 7 gallons today instead of 5. Which means you have about a gallon left over for the rice if you want it. Anyway.
Wouldn't it be 6 gallons instead of 5, since we have 2 people with an extra half gallon?
You're right. I'm a dumbass. Thank you. I'm not very good at weirdly little math like that. Like, I'm better with bigger math.
You're better.
Yeah,
that.
I suck at math entirely.
Oh, I suck at math entirely too, but I'm better with more complex stuff. Anyway, so Dr. Lorelei, you go back down in the water, make a perception check. Okay. You see much the same thing. You see like golden like rays of light coming down from the sun as the sun is setting. The fish tend to avoid you because you're a big predator.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I think she's going, like, she's swimming around, like, kind of humming a little and, like, I'm assuming she can, like, kind of speak underwater. So I think she's, like, kind of singing a little in Aquan, trying to find something. Like clams or some shit.
Sorry.
Exactly! Thank you!
That would be the most dark Little Mermaid scene.
It really would.
Zulula has an oath to not hurt people.
What are you looking for?
Fuck this creatures.
What are you looking for?
Shit like clams, things that basically won't swim away.
So you find a clam pretty quickly. It's about 3 feet across.
Jesus.
I think she like kind of looks at it, blinks a couple times, swims up, pokes her head out of the water. What kind of nonsense is this?
You do not see the boys.
Oh, good. It's magic.
No, she said she swam around for a while. Ocean. Currents.
I think Sue kind of like, her ears kind of droop a bit and she goes back under. Well, this is a problem.
Talk to the clan.
Can I talk to the clam?
Do you have speak with animals?
No.
Then no.
Oh my god, I didn't think that actually pick up.
Fuck, I didn't mean to click that, sorry.
The clam is suspicious of you.
I mean, it has every reason to be.
Oh my god, Kate, you're gonna kill me.
I mean, probably one of these days, yeah.
Okay, is there any clams that are less terrifyingly gigantic?
Not that you can immediately see.
Oh, the fucking coward.
Sue Lorelei has a bad strength stat. I do not know if she can carry this. Much less swim with it and try to find you guys.
You don't need to roll to swim. Just saying.
Fair enough. So, I think, yeah, Sue, I think, tries to pick up the clam.
Okay, make a strength saving throw. Actually, make an athletic check.
All right. Oh.
Okay. So you grab this clam, and you like, it doesn't move.
I don't give no fucks.
You just like swirl some
Glares at the
sand around
clam.
it a little bit.
Glares at the clam. Tries again.
Okay, make an athletic check. Worse.
I think she sighs, mutters something in Aquan, and just goes. I think she more tries to like head back towards shore to see if she can like find out where the hell she went.
To be clear, you're not lost. You know exactly how to get back to where you were, but if
Okay,
you just
never
pop
mind.
straight up out of the water, you're not going to see the boys.
Okay, then never mind. I think she's gonna go like kind of keep in that general area, like looking for other things she can possibly get, like
Okay.
more reasonably sized
Are
things.
you looking with your eyes or your hands?
Eyes, because I, as someone who is related to a hobbyist diver, knows you never feel the ocean floor.
Make a perception check.
That's how you get stabbed with shit.
It is how you get stabbed with shit. That's why I asked.
That's how you get introduced to the crab rogue.
So you're
rogue.
looking for like reasonably sized things that you could theoretically grab.
Yeah. Like even plants, if she can't find animals.
You can absolutely find some edible plants, like some sea lettuce and stuff. However, just a point.
Yeah.
Do you know what a coconut crab is?
Yeah, I know what a coconut crab is.
You see, like, 4 of those just, like, walking along the ocean floor.
How dare. Ugh. Ugh.
Those are just the crabs you eat, hun. Like,
What?
you can eat them.
Deceit.
Honestly, is Sue Lorelai going to have to fight fucking crabs?
Probably.
Oh, it's the rock puncher from Subnautica Below Zero.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If Sue, like, starts swimming, like, she isn't going to get close to them, like, if she starts swimming towards them, do they respond?
Yes. 3 of them start digging in the sand, and the closest one, like, raises its claws up towards you.
I always joked in my head about Sue Lorelai, like, squaring off with a crab, but here we are, apparently.
Yup. Don't make jokes in where the GM can hear you.
I don't know how you can hear me when I'm just laying in my bed trying not to think about all my stress, but
And yet,
okay.
here we are.
Hun, you forget, you told me that joke, and I did talk with the fox far too often.
Honey, why did you do this to me?
And you don't
Because
have to
it's
square
fun.
off with the crab. Like, it is entirely your choice. You could just let it be.
But you should totally square up with the crabs.
No, Sue Lorelai's pride has been challenged here. The crab has thrown down the gauntlet.
Okay, let me find stats for a giant enemy crab.
You've been waiting.
Would it be unreasonable to say that Sue Lorelai, like, brought her belt in her nightstick just to be safe?
You did not mention this prior.
Then I guess Sue Lorelai has nothing and it's time to fist fight a crab.
Just grab a rock.
Just pick up that clam and drop it on it.
I couldn't pick up the clam!
Yeah, so, good news. I don't have stats for a giant enemy crab. This is upsetting to me.
He was hoping to make a doctor to a cautionary tale, I guess.
Like its armor class.
That's a
Hi,
cat.
Tasha Cat. I feel like its armor class would have been higher than that. Can I just use like a giant spider, or is that large? That's large. I need medium. Damn it.
I
Swear to God, there's a giant crab.
Yeah, but it's
In
not
the
in this module. Is the issue?
I mean, you could.
I could pull it up on my other monitor. Giant crab 5e. Here we go.
Yay.
Okay, so you square up with this crab, and the crab just like waves its claws at you. I'm not gonna turn the combat music on for this because I don't think it's gonna be actual like normal combat.
I think Sue, like, kind of does something similar, like, just flips her arms around, like, just, nah.
Are you trying to intimidate it?
Yes.
Make an intimidation check.
Oh my God.
This is 100% in character with the doctor, and you know. Oh my god!
Okay. All right.
Okay, curious what's happening.
That sounds like a crit.
So Sibs is doing her best balloon impression.
Honey. Honey, are you okay?
Yes, this is great.
So Sue Lorelai like waves her hands around, gets really big, kind of, rah, and the crab just boop, ducks behind a rock. Gone.
Coward.
Yes.
Crosses arms and pouts a little, ears go flat.
Then calls it Big Brother.
Honey,
What?
seduce the crab.
No, do not seduce the crab.
Sue Lorelai is not that barred.
Well, I mean, you lost a dino. You might as well come back over crab now, right?
Sue goes back to swimming. Fucking
Okay.
bullshit fish.
You're looking for moderately sized things that won't run away. Make another perception check.
god.
So you go, like, deeper into the...
Sorry, I didn't mean to click that. Oh my god.
Well, rip that luck. You go deeper into the bay, start looking around. You're going, like, you're avoiding the sharks are avoiding you, not a big deal. You see lots of things you haven't seen before. But the thing that draws your eye immediately is this person? It's like a beautiful human.
Are they drowning?
They do not appear to be. They're just like they've got like a spear and a net, and they're just like moving along the sea floor, just like stabbing shit. They're wearing like this like purple like it's kind of like a cross between the red outfit that Princess Jasmine wore when Jafar captured her and a swimsuit.
Uh-huh.
But it's purple. And they're just like, yeah, they've got like dark hair, even darker because they're underwater. You think it's a woman, but it's kind of hard to tell from this angle. They're barefoot, bare-armed, and they're just like, yeah, just like occasionally just like spearing a fish and putting it in the net.
I think she like pauses and just watches for a split second before kind of like just deciding to mind her own business and looking around for more food.
Okay. You see, well, less because this person is hunting in this area.
And they have an actual tool to do it.
They have an actual tool to do it, yeah.
I think like upon recognizing this, I think she kind of like decides to double back, like go look somewhere else where she like, keeps an eye on this person.
Can you just make a stealth check for me, please? Just for no reason at all?
Sure. So bullshit.
Okay. I think you go to like swim away, and you like glance back, and the person has like turned and has seen you, and like sat bolt upright on the seafloor. You can see she's got these like almost but not quite like glowing emerald eyes, and you see like bubbles come out of her mouth, and she just shoots to the surface.
I think Sue like jumps a bit like in the water and like kind of mutters something like, what the hell? And just starts swimming away again.
Okay. So you start swimming away. What's your passive perception is 12?
Yes.
Okay.
Not very great.
And no, that's above average. It's decent. Okay. So you swim in the other direction, start doubling back. Nothing further occurs that you can notice.
Yep. Just another perception check to like see if I can find anything else.
Yep. Unless you want to use your hands.
Nope. Then I think she might like carefully start using her hands. Like she isn't actually touching anything, but she's like swishing aside sand with her hand.
I mean, that's touching things. Make an investigation check. You're able to grab like a couple of little clams, but you don't really have any place to store them.
Like how many clams is it?
I mean, with that roll, a good couple handfuls. Like, maybe a couple pounds.
She grabs as many as she can and starts swimming back towards like the group.
You just got both of your hands, like arms, like full of clams, and you're just like swimming. You're gonna be swimming at half speed.
That's fine.
Okay. So
that's still 15 feet of swim speed. That's
back
still
at camp,
most creatures.
we see you guys got a fire going. You laid out your like supplies for sleeping. Shago is like drying some of the meat and like roasting some of the other meat, and you got the eggs on some flat rock. You guys are waiting for Dr. Lorelei to come and supplement the food with the rice and some fish. And she doesn't show up. And, like, it starts to get dark. Like, the sun starts to dip behind the jungle. From your perspective, it gets darker. Dark Lorelei has more light, obviously, because underwater and not obscured. But nowhere to be found. I think Henrietta has, like, rode inland on a wave a few times since the doctor's been gone. She's not here. And I think we come on this camp scene of you guys working, the fire crackling, the meat roasting, and Shago is just, like, sitting there, like, cleaning the blood off of his spear with some sand, and he looks and he says, "The doctor can breathe, right?"
I believe so.
Water is in her name. In her race's name. I'm going to say yes.
Gold is in your name and you're poor.
Now you listen here. Gold is in my name because of the actions of my father.
Shago is simply saying that perhaps a name is not everything.
Perhaps Shago has a point. Perhaps Shago is a dick.
She's part Jinn. She's almost one with the water.
Would a nature check in this kind? What kind of check would it be to, like? Because I would assume Sparky wouldn't. At least it's not something we can say Sparky knows for sure. What kind of roll would someone roll to be like, oh yes, that race definitely can do X or Y?
Medicine, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, that would probably not be something Sparky would talk about then.
Okay. So I think Shago just, like, nods. It just, like, goes back to cleaning his spear in silence. Unless you guys want to say anything. But yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to ask, during this time, can I try another Arcana check on the Arcane Journal that Prince Twakanga gave to us?
Sure.
I was also going to ask if you had made any progress on that stone I showed you.
Oof.
You can ask me 3 questions about the journal.
Okay, only 3. Okay, and I get well into bed. I won't know if you can actually answer them or not.
Oh no, you can ask me 3 questions about the journal.
Right. I guess what I was getting at is, like, I can't. Well, anyway, hold on. I'm pulling up my notes so that way I can make sure I can write them down.
Yup.
I think what he was getting at is, like, I can't ask, like, who wrote the journal.
No, you can. Three questions means 3 questions, mate.
Fuck, this is so hard.
Sorry, I'm just now actually stopping to think. It's like, crud. I need to actually think of 3 good questions now.
In the meantime, I was going to go ahead and ask Shago about the pirates again.
Yeah, by all means.
You might want to do that while I'm thinking of my questions.
That's fine. Go on.
So, about those pirates.
Shago nods.
There have been... Well, we were told by the harbor master in the port that there are certain ships out there that are ignoring targets to and from Baldur's Gate. I was just hoping maybe you knew something about those.
You spoke to Zindar.
Yes.
Shago nods. I am sorry, I did it again. Shago is not Flaming Fist. You know this, I know this. Scratch Face of a gold-bloody coin knows this. I am not privy to much that is said in the fort, even though I believe they are our best hope in the jungle. Aside from the mighty Shago, of course. We hear things, certainly. I had not heard that piece of information. Zindar does not much trust, well, Shago. I know that there are pirates. I know that they are a problem for the port and for Beleriand. I do not know the names of the captains.
Can I make a roll to recall the names of the ships? Because I forgot to write them down.
Certainly. That would be a history check with your wisdom, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay, so I can probably just roll insight then, because it's the same
Certainly.
roll.
For the sake of the macro, sure.
Yeah.
It was the Dragon Fang, the Emerald Eye, and the Sturge.
Let me write that down real quick before I forget it again.
Dragon Fang, 1 word. Emerald Eye, 2 words. Sturge, 1 word.
I hate sturges.
They're great. What are you talking about?
They're creepy and fleshy.
Look
There
up
were
look up a piercer at some point. They're worse. Go ahead.
There were 3 boats that he mentioned. The Dragon Fang, the Emerald Eye, and the Sturge.
Who is currently carrying the stone?
Magic one.
Yeah.
I think I
would be
passed it
me.
over to Sparky, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where are
I
you?
got it.
Where are you in relation to Brick?
I imagine it's like at the campsite thing, Sparky's probably kind of like sitting by himself, like not right up on Shago or anything. Like he's kind of, not like a far distance, but by himself, like
Okay.
visibly, like
So
looking over the
you're by
journal.
yourself. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. Like I'm not right next to Brick or.
Okay. So
Scratch or
so
such.
Shago is nodding along. He says, I believe there are more. I could not say for certain, but those may be the flagships. Again, Zendar does not much trust Shago, and Shago cannot blame him. We are opposed in our beliefs.
Fair enough.
I know that there are pirates. But what Shago can tell you for certain, they do not come to the fort. And outgoing traffic from the fort does not often speak of losses. Whether that is related, Shago does not know. Perhaps the pirates simply hunt further in the bay. You get all the way to the fort, you are safe. Shago does not know.
Okay. Was just curious if you did know anything. Thanks for your time.
We will have a great many times, Outlander. It is a long way to the Aldani Basin.
Of course.
Shago sees no reason to not speak of such things. Shago wants what's best for, well, the people. It's just that Shago believes that what is best is different than many others. Though, I would think, Sergeant, that you and Shago agree.
Perhaps.
Circumstances were not...
I'm in the fort, I'm not sure what to think right now. And with that, Brick's actually just gonna head over to Sparky.
Yeah. So you got those questions yet?
Yes, I do.
Go on. Let's get those out of the way first.
What can I tell about the book's construction / language, and to kind of clarify that, it's like, can I tell who wrote it, or be able to understand well enough to, like, if I see similar writings or similar
That
things?
is 5 questions.
Well, I'm not trying to, okay, the first question may have been too big. I'm trying to clarify. That's what I was asking.
Right, and it wound up being 5 separate questions.
Okay, what can I understand the book spells? I.e., can I learn something new that I could use?
There are no spells in this journal.
Can I understand the diagrams involving the construct?
That was not in question before. I'm not going to count that.
Like the ones I was asking earlier?
Yeah, I don't believe I said you couldn't read the diagrams. I said you'd have to sit down with them.
Oh, okay. Can I figure out who wrote it?
No. It is not written in a hand that you recognize, and the author does not name themselves. You have one more question.
To clarify, and this is not one of the questions I'm asking, because I'm pretty sure this was stated at Wakanga. Is it a language I can understand?
Yeah, it's in common.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that first.
The reason that you have trouble reading it is because it's heavily water damaged.
Fair.
Like, over 2/3 of the journal is just gone, obliterated by water. What you can make out, yeah, it's written in common. The author does not name themselves, and there are diagrams for Shield Guardian which you could make sense of. Hell, if you wanted to copy them over into your blueprints, you probably could. But it's not like making a Shield Guardian is lost knowledge. Like, that's... A lot of artificers know how to do that.
True. Crap, I forgot to write down the name. We do have the name of the construct, right, already?
Yes, Vorn. Victor Opera Romeo Nevada. Vorn.
And when you talk about understanding diagrams, that includes even the control stone or rod. What was it?
It's an amulet.
Amulet. That's it. Does that include that as well?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you need that.
Okay.
You need to make that to make a Shield Guardian anyway.
Okay. Well, just wanted to clarify.
Yep. So, Brick, you walk over to Sparky.
Have you made any progress on figuring out what that stone is?
Sparky looks up from his journal, just kind of like blank stare for a few moments. Oh, right, the stone. I'll be honest, I was much more intrigued trying to figure out more about this Vorn that the prince told us about. I'm curious as to why someone would bother writing a journal for a Shield Guardian. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, no, it's an expeditionary journal, but the author mentions their companion, a Shield Guardian named Vorn.
Oh, okay. Well, I misunderstood that again. I don't understand why someone will bother writing about a Shield Guardian as if they were a companion. This doesn't make much sense.
Perhaps it is a sentient Shield Guardian. Wait, I'm sorry, what the fuck is a Shield Guardian?
Shaga was just surprised you know what sentient means.
Ouch.
I'm surprised Shago is sentient.
Some days, so am I, Scratch.
What makes no sense to me is why Roka came running out of an exploding building, clutching this stone, and then was turned into a porcupine by the flaming fists.
Can I do an Arcana check now on the stone, or is not enough time passed or
Yeah,
such?
you can. You could have at any point before this.
I am afraid to say I have answers to some of those questions, Brick.
Okay, I rolled.
Yeah, you did.
For checking on the stone.
You did. I want to see where Scratch is going with this first.
Go on.
he was, in a word, attempting your very same mission. But, well, much more aggressive. He was hired by the Zentarum to find evidence of the Fist's wrongdoings to bring to someone and get the Fist taken out of Chult entirely.
I think Shago just like spits into the fire pit. Makes a grumpy noise. Ren.
Ren is just studying the stone while they're all arguing back and forth.
Now that you're not like being accosted by flaming fist soldiers or being distracted by a giant triceratops, like you immediately know what this is. This is a sending stone. Someone somewhere has the sister of this stone, and it's used to communicate.
While they're arguing back and forth, Ren is like just studying the stone carefully before just snapping his fingers. I feel like after one of our nights drinking, I can't believe I didn't realize this. It's a sending stone.
And what perchance is a sending stone?
Basically, you can talk to its pair. You can talk to its pair, its sister, its mate. There are many terms over any amount of distance instantly. It's a way to talk with another person.
Interesting. That doesn't answer the question of who we'd be talking to or why Rolka was watching it.
Well, I believe I've already given you that answer.
I get that. It must have been important to his mission, but...
No, I believe he was using that to keep in touch with the Zentarum.
Perhaps.
If you ask me, he found something critical, reported it, and... bleh, as they say.
Just to clarify, Kit, there's no way to tell, where the other sending stone is. We have to use it to find that out, right?
Well, no. You don't have to use it to find out. But there's no way that you can do on the beach near the jungle in the middle of nowhere to quickly and easily determine. You would need, a scrying spell, or you would need, activate it, see who picks up. That's another option.
Stone, who's this?
Yeah, right?
This is Papa John's. How may we take your order?
There are things...
You stab him, we slap him!
There are ways to find out. It's not just use the stone, but none of them are convenient. For the record, neither is using the stone, because you need to attune to it, and then you need to know the command word, of which you don't know, or you just wait around for somebody to key in on the other side, but that could be months.
Years, even.
Yeah.
Or never.
Or never. Yeah, exactly.
For all you know, the Sister Stone has been thrown into a lake.
Or just smashed.
Maybe we should see Prince Wakongo Otamu about this.
It's not a bad theory. Chances are, if he can't figure anything out, probably still want to buy it.
At the very least, something tells me if he was clutching in it, the prince might be very interested to figure out who's on the other end.
I feel like this is an important clue. My gut instinct tells me we need this, or I need this, for my mission.
Pal, she put your guide on a stake. Come
And
on.
that's why I'm not going back there. But this is my best lead.
God, Scratch calling anyone pal. That's mildly cursed.
Yeah, right. A little bit.
If I ever did have to go back there, I wouldn't end up taking you guys along. Not going to subject you guys to that again.
Oh, like fuck you're not. If we get the opportunity, if I get the opportunity, I'm removing one, if not both, of that woman's eyes. If she can't see who she's talking to, she can't be prejudiced, can she?
Brick, like, does like a heavy sigh.
Mm-hmm. You wanna roll a d20 for me, Brick? Or no, wait,
Okay.
none of you attuned to the stone. Never mind. Does anyone want to attune to the stone?
Scratch will put his head on the plinth.
I mean, again, this is Brick's only lead. He might be willing to do it.
Like, Sparky, you know this thing requires attunement to function. Somebody could have
Yes.
keyed in already and you wouldn't know because nobody's attuned to it.
Yeah,
Well,
Brick.
well, friend, quite frankly, the only problem is unless any of us attune to this magic item, we're not even gonna know if someone picks up on the other side.
I suppose I should attune to it then.
Sure. Like, Kit, just to clarify, sending stones, it's like, do you have to say the keyword with intent? Or is it, like you say, just in passing conversation, the stone, it turns on?
I would say you just, like, if you're attuned to it, if you just say it, it'll turn on. That being said, the command word is probably not a word. It's probably, like, some magic gobbledygook.
Okay, that's fair. Well, friend, there shouldn't be any problem, but I warn you, if, and granted this is assuming the other side is idiots that set this up or something, if the keyword is common and you say it, it will trigger the stone and they will be able to hear you. Even if you did not mean to trigger the stone.
It's a risk I'll have to take.
Okay.
So yeah, Brick's gonna spend the night attuning to this.
Oh, it takes an hour. Not a night.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's gonna spend an hour attuning
Okay,
to this.
so
but
add the sending stone to your inventory and make a note that you are attuned to it. By the time you finish, it is nearly dark, and out of the water comes Dr. Lorelei with 2 bundles of clams.
Zombie fish doctor.
No? What? I got clams. What is going on with this ocean life? I found a clam that was like 3 feet wide.
Did you bring it back?
I couldn't lift it.
Then why do you care?
I have never seen a clam that large.
Welcome to Chul, the land where the gods lived with us, and then left.
To be honest, considering how today went, I'm surprised that she didn't see Henrietta on top of that clam.
Is she still up here?
Yeah, she's currently being shooed away from the roasting pork by Shago.
Yeah, no, I think Sue, like, walks over. Is there anywhere for her to put the clams?
Yes. In salt water, in a pot. Does anyone have a pot?
I have a stone cup, but that is of no help to anyone.
If
I've
you
got a mess.
Mess kit has a pot in it, so.
Yeah.
Now I want like rice and seafood.
I know, right?
Get
Like,
it?
seafood gumbo sounds damn good right now, but my
Yes.
family doesn't have stuff for it.
I had popcorn shrimp earlier.
Nice.
Lucky. But yeah, no, like, probably fish out the pot and get the water, drop the clams in, go put it back on coat.
Right.
Shago,
Mm.
I have an interesting question for you.
No, I don't have any apple vinegar.
I'm not going to ask.
I don't have any vinegar.
Do you know much of what people know of me, think of me, etc.?
Regarding what?
In specific, do you or do anyone you've heard from know who my father is?
That depends. Do you know?
I do.
He nods.
Are people truly surprised I've taken on this mission? Are you?
Why bring your father into this?
Because not that everyone's here. I want to extend something that I, time and time again, offer a offer a fallacy of. Like my father and his father before him. Yes, hi Tasha.
Hello, Tasha Kitter.
Aw.
I want to extend my honest word to all of you. This mission will be a success. We will cure the people. From bronze to silver to gold, platinum will be the end. End result, I should say.
It is a long way to Aldani, Scratch.
And Aldani shall not be the very last. Shall not be the last visit. Frankly, if the men in Aldani Basin are enough that they have been plaguing a seer's dreams, I fear they may be our closest step toward they may be our biggest step towards the curse.
You have paid for the time of the mighty Shago. The mighty Shago will travel with you. That being said, when are we going to turn the chicken into broth?
We're not, Shago.
Glares again.
He leans in close using the Chultan dialect. Only if we can't find anything else.
I saved some pork bones, so pork broth with rice?
Sue, like, pulls out the bag of rice and nods.
Not the strangest dinner I've had beneath the stars. Not the worst dinner either.
Someday, Shago, I'll have to treat you to Madame Red's. Oh, Madame Red's fish. Oh.
I avoid that place.
I know. As you should.
As I should.
But someday.
Maybe someday he should see what they serve at the top floor of the Thundering Lizard.
I think, like, on occasion, Sue is, like, throwing a glance towards the water.
Something bugging you?
Did you see a shark, Doctor?
Did you
I
see
saw-
a person?
Yes, actually, I saw a couple of medium sharks, but they ignored me. I saw a person. They looked almost human, green eyes. They were breathing underwater.
Did
They
they,
were
shoot
not.
up?
They were not breathing underwater.
Did they
they-
come to the surface quickly?
Yes.
We need to pack. We need to move.
What? Why?
Yeah, like Shago is already stamping out the fire.
Why? What
One
was
T.
that?
They look like people.
Demons.
Snakes in human skin.
We cannot camp here.
Even if I am able to talk to them, they'll just as quickly skin Shago. Hell, they'll kill all of us. They may even skin all of us
Why? What?
to blend in.
Yeah, no, I think Sue starts like helping to pack.
Pork broth will have to wait.
Unfortunate, that sounded very good.
The rice is a waste, but the meat is mostly cooked. We travel
Alright.
by night. We're going into the jungle. We cannot stay on the beach.
Sparky, I'm going to carry you.
I could cast Long Strider.
It's better to save your magics in case an emergency.
Agreed. That being said, a couple of people are going to be encumbered if you want to take this meat and extra firewood.
I can't carry anything else.
Check.
I have a haversack still.
Ah, that's true.
I can currently carry 2.
If you want to wrap the meat in a tarp and put it in the haversack, you could.
I mean, Sue has cloth. Like, if someone's like, "Oh, we need to wrap this," or something, Sue could like pull out the canvas or the cotton.
I mean,
probably the canvas. though.
Unless one of you says something, Shago's just going to, like, carry it.
Yeah. It may be best to wrap the meat until needed.
In what?
Sue pulls out like the yard of canvas.
That will do. Wrap up the meat.
Well, at this point, Sparky, after like putting the jug back into the bag, like looked at it for a second, and then back up. Why don't we just put the meat in here? It seems easier.
It won't fit in that. It's too small.
Don't worry, this is a haversack.
All I can imagine is like Sue walking over to the bag, looking Shago in the eyes, and just shoving her entire arm in there, like up to the shoulder blade.
I don't know what a haversack means, but that's impressive. You guys to, like, put the meat in the bag. Scratch, get the wood.
Right.
I like to imagine with the meat, since it's this slightly larger kind, makes this like noise when it actually goes through.
Probably. Roll up your
So I still
bedrolls.
have the canvas.
So, everyone is in agreement to travel by night then?
Yes.
At
Okay.
I have dark vision. I'm good with that.
You say that.
Okay,
Sue
fair enough.
doesn't. And I was thinking she was gonna ask, should I light a torch or something?
No.
I can see in the dark if we need it.
So can I.
Same.
Is Brick wearing metal armor?
Wearing scale mail, yeah.
Are any of you other than Brick wearing metal armor?
I'm not.
Studded leather armor doesn't count, right?
Not in this case, no.
Okay, so
So,
no, I'm not.
Okay, so he looks at Brick and he says, "Put that in the bag."
What?
Okay.
Why?
Because we need to move quickly and quietly. We've
Young,
already lingered here too long.
the ghouls are no longer our only issue. If the
I
young
would
kids-
take a hold of ghouls over the demons.
That's what I.
Like,
And I can talk to the demon.
those of you not from Chult, like, the two guides are visibly spooked.
Scratch is in the spooked cat mode.
Yeah.
Like hair on end.
Like,
standing on-
Shago is not, like, being dainty. He's, like, packing stuff up and, like, throwing it at the gnome.
Sue, like, her ear,
I like to imagine the
straight
gnome
down.
like takes a hit in the face from one of the things.
Probably.
Like, not paying attention at first.
The bat smacked in the face, and then it just falls in the bag.
Yeah, right.
Did I have my armor class for my scale mail wrong? Because it says it's DC 14?
It's 14 plus your dex.
So, okay, my armor class should have been 17 this whole time, not 16.
Well, there you go.
Oh, alright.
We can worry about that later.
So right now it's 13,
Yeah.
which is still not bad. Right.
I assume Sue knows where Henrietta is.
Yeah, on your head.
Yeah,
As soon as like Shago's stomping out the fire, Henrietta just like clucked and jumped up on the doctor's head.
Pretty much. And
Sue like gives her a couple scritches and like, all right, we gotta get moving.
So yeah, I think. No, not that one. That one's gonna be too rough. Let's do this one. I think Shago like picks up his spear and he says, "Stay close to me. Scratch, take the rear."
Right.
And yeah, can you guys make some perception checks for me, please?
Who's ready to either level up or die?
Pretty much.
Fuck.
Okay, so Scratch and Brick, as you guys are finishing like getting your stuff together, you see fire. Not like the ashes of the fire that Shago stamped out, but like torches, multiple torches on the water.
We need to get going now.
Shit. Move.
Quickly, quietly, or carefully. Pick two.
Quietly and quickly, probably.
One vote for quietly and quickly. What about the rest of you?
I was.
Yeah, I'm not sure because I'm worried that we'll leave a trail if we don't do it carefully.
Quietly, quickly, or carefully. Pick two.
I mean, if we're not quiet, the ghouls will come. Honestly, I say we go quiet and careful.
I'm going to agree with quiet and careful.
Same.
Okay.
So
You're
it's
not-
quiet and careful. Got
You're
it.
not going to be going anywhere fast. I'm going to need stealth checks with advantage from everyone, please. Thank fuck for advantage, eh, Scratch?
Yeah.
Oh, thank fuck for advantage on my end.
Oof. I don't know what that means for all of you, but I
This
kind of
Scratch has become the embodiment of that one gift, just peace sign and vanish.
A little bit. So you guys go into the jungle, and you're immediately
Into the bush.
swallowed by, like dark trees. The stars are blotted out overhead, and the further you get away from the water, the quieter it becomes. Who does not have dark vision?
I do not.
You do not. Are you the only one?
I think so.
You can see absolutely fucking nothing. It is pitch black in every direction.
Quietly, I can't really see anything.
Just grab my tail.
She can't do that if you're in the back. Shago told you to be in the back.
Right.
I'm gonna. Brick would just grab her hand and say, just hold on to me.
Okay.
She'll do so.
So you guys are stealthing through the jungle. Now remember, you already traveled all day. And now you're just like you're fleeing basically. Because of that, I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw from anyone who just did physical labor. So that means Brick, the doctor, Shago will be making one, and Scratch, you can argue if you don't think Scratch did enough physical labor to warrant one.
Oh, thank God. I do not have exhaustion set up on my sheet.
That's fine.
I need to do that because this is the second time the doctor has been subject to exhaustion, and I just keep forgetting to do it.
So, how long do you guys go? Or do you leave that to Shago? Also, I need your marching order. For the record, Shago also does not have dark vision, but he's just dealing with it.
Like, he's just been, like, often enough in this scenario, he kind of knows how to navigate anyway.
Not really. His concern for getting away from the demons is greater than his need to see.
I think Brick and Sue Lorelei will be in the center.
Okay. So it would go Shago, Ren, Brick, Dr. Scratch.
Sounds about right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then...
I honestly think Scratch is like in the back slightly to the side to quietly course correct.
Yeah, right. I think those of you with dark... Well, I almost said those of you with dark vision, but Brick, you're distracted by making sure that Dr. Lorelei doesn't twist her ankle. So, Ren, you're directly behind Shago, and Scratch, you're off to the side. You both see that Shago is, like, flagging. Like, he's having trouble. He started strong, but after only, like, 10 minutes or so, he's, like, taking more time than he should to shove some vegetation aside. He's, like, covered in sweat. You all can hear his breathing. Because he did lug that pig for, like, 6 hours. And then cut it up.
I have a weird question.
Mm-hmm.
How much could Scratch estimate Shago weighs?
He's lanky, but he's a big dude. He's like 6'8" and mostly wiry muscle. So he's probably a couple 100 pounds.
I'm assuming Bardic Inspiration cannot be given to NPCs, and if it could be, it would not help in this situation.
First of all, it absolutely can.
I did not know that. I've never played a bard before.
You can use Bardic Inspiration on a fucking enemy if you wanted to.
That's a really cool idea. A debuffing Bardic Inspiration.
That's a thing.
Really?
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's totally a thing. Anyway, it's called cutting words, guys.
Fair.
And it would help if I was calling for rolls.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Just that doesn't help.
Shago failed his con save, and I will say this: your Bardic Inspiration would not have been enough to not make him fail. He failed pretty hard.
Gotcha. Would the healer's kit be of help, or is he like too out of it?
He's not lost any hit points. He's not injured. He's just exhausted, and he's forcing his body forward. He's still doing it. He's still pacing, you guys. He's just not as fast as he was 8 hours ago.
Fair.
So, again, do you guys, like, let Shago set the pace and stop when Shago calls for it? Or do one of you guys, like, be like, okay, we've gone far enough at a certain point, and if so, what is that point?
Sue doesn't have a say because she can't see.
Sparky doesn't know the terrain well enough, so he's going to defer to Scratch and Shago.
Okay.
He's been in enough shit to recognize when he needs to listen to someone else on how to survive, at least.
Scratch is going to let Shago keep leading unless it sounds like something is coming.
It does not currently sound like something is coming.
Yeah, if we reach that point, he's gonna jump to the front and make Shago slug it behind him.
So I think after probably like a good couple of hours of hard marching, Shago like calls for a stop, and again he's just like covered in sweat. He like does this. He does that thing where he like runs both of his hands like over his head, and then has to like shake his hands clean. And you guys like catch up and like catch your breath, and Shago is like, he knows that Scratch can see in the dark, so he's looking at Scratch even though like he can't see when he's talking, and he says, "Will be followed."
It doesn't appear that we were.
Scratch is gonna scurry up a tree, see if he sees light behind them still, or
Make a perception check. You scurry up a tree, make a perception check. I'm assuming you're going above most of the vegetation,
oh yeah.
so this will take a minute.
I'm gonna use my inspiration for advantage on this.
Okay.
Nope, that's the wrong.
Yeah, it's
I
persuasion.
persuade the tree to tell me.
Persuade the knight to tell you, yes. Reveal your secrets. Okay. You do not see artificial light in your immediate, like, line of sight.
It was people, light, ghouls, whatever.
Oh, hang on. You do not see artificial light in your immediate vicinity. What you do see is a big old problem. Up here, out of the undergrowth, air travels more freely. It's not so much what you see as what you smell. You smell, in the direction Shago was pushing people, rot.
I'm gonna climb down the tree, but like not all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Shago,
Shago looks in the wrong direction.
other way.
He looks... What?
You're pushing us towards ghouls. I can smell them, it's on the wind.
That means we're upwind of them. Or downwind of them. You know what I mean?
On the wind is a bad way of putting it, but they are that way. I can smell them.
You want to go back to the beach?
Either way, we're trapped right now.
We cannot stay here.
No.
What do you propose we do?
Ghouls are preferable to demons. I suppose we should keep moving.
Those of you with dark vision see Shago visibly flinch when Scratch says keep moving. Of course. But the doctor cannot see.
Nor can you.
And you sound like you aren't doing that well.
Those of you with dark vision see Shago glare in the direction of Dr. Lorelai's voice.
Shago,
You paid for the mighty Shago. The mighty Shago will protect you.
as long as I don't have to protect a tired mighty Shago.
It will take more than a day's labor to wear me out.
If
And
you
he
are
just
so-
like turns and starts to head into the jungle again.
I think Scratch is gonna try to stay in the trees with the group. Try to keep up a bit above brush to keep an eye out.
You're gonna be making rolls, and if you fail, you're taking fall damage and making noise. You sure you want to do that?
Fair enough.
I'm happy to let you. But them's the stakes.
I don't think it's worth it.
Marching order, please. So Shago.
Sue is still being led by Brick, so she's behind him.
Shago, Ren. Is anybody? Because if Ren is second and Shago's flagging, that means your pace is slow. Oh, that was slow anyway, because of what you said. Never mind.
Yeah,
So,
we were going full
Shago,
regardless.
Ren,
Carefully.
Brick, Dr. Lorelei, Scratch.
Yep.
Quick, careful, or quiet. Pick two.
I say we stick to quiet and careful.
I agree.
Yeah.
Quiet and careful.
Either way, we're gonna go Rand's nose right into a fight.
Stealth check with advantage. Ooh.
Oh,
Oh,
Advantage is good. You're okay. Less good for Shago.
uh-oh.
Just
Ew.
a couple of minutes before you guys start going. Ren and actually everybody with dark vision, you see Shago drop. You hear a snap, and then Shago is just gone. And there's like a descending, like trying as hard as he can to stay muffled, like shout and clattering. It makes a shit ton of noise as Shago trips on a hill he didn't see and slides down it.
I think Sue like gasps a little bit, but puts her hand over her mouth.
Damn it.
Like she can't see this, but she hears the noise.
Right.
Let me get you over to him.
So hang on. So you're like, let me get you over to start to like lead like Dr. Lorelei over. The hill is big. We're talking like 70 to 80 feet of rain slick mud difficult terrain.
Oh no.
Yeah, Shago is he's over there. And what's worse is when you like step forward to like see if you can get Dr. Lorelei over to him, you see Shago like on his knees, both hands clapped over his mouth, because he's Cusco in the Panther Den. He's surrounded by sleeping ghouls and bones.
Oh god.
There's like 100 of them. You
fuck.
cannot see shit, Dr. Lorelei. But those of you with dark vision, you see Shago like his spear is gone. He has no idea where his spear is, and he's just like sitting there on his knees, both hands over his mouth, like looking from side to side, like, oh god, how am I getting out of this? Like that man is dead.
What's going on?
It's.
There are a
I'd,
bunch of
I'd hate to say it, but I think he's a lost cause.
bunch
What?
of
No.
sleepy things surrounding him. What others?
How many are there? Can we tell?
Like in or around like 100, several dozen.
There are ghouls everywhere.
Like
Can't
the hill that he slid down is a crater. It's a vaguely circular crater that's been dug out but left to the open air, and it's just a refuse pit full of bones and various corpses and ghouls in and around them. It just looks like a freaking like. If you guys have ever seen Tarzan, that like leopard cliff area, it's like that but with ghouls.
Yeah.
Damn it.
There has to be something we can do.
Like there are ghouls between you and Shago. He must have like ramped over them.
Doctor, if ever there is a time for your magics, this will be.
I don't have a magic that could probably get him from this distance is the problem.
I understand that. And, well, not a good one. I have a solution.
What is it?
Sparky,
Yes.
I'm going to have to unload a lot into that haversack.
Okay.
What's your plan?
You have that spell that increases one's speed, yes?
Long Strider, yes.
I have a question.
Yo.
How far of a distance is he actually from us, or can we remotely tell that?
It's at the edge of your dark vision, so about 60 feet.
Okay. And I'm trying to remember, does catapult actually have to go literally straight up only? It can't be like sent at a distance?
What? Sorry?
Catapult. Can it be sent at a distance or not? Like, or is it only straight up?
What's
That's
the
what I'm
range?
asking.
No, it's not straight up by any means. What's the range of the spell?
Catapult goes
100,
60 feet.
straight line in 60 feet.
150 feet.
100.
So yeah,
What?
you could pick. I believe you could pick a point and then, or you pick an object and then a direction, and it just ding fires.
Okay.
There's a weight limit on it though. You can't catapult Shago.
Oh, no. But I'm wondering,
It'll also do
Because-
damage.
well, I'm not wanting to hit Shago. I was thinking, could we get a rope to Shago to help him get out? Like tie like a rock around the end of a rope and have to catapult on that to try and get it over there quietly.
Well, that's
And so on, and give him
Absolutely
a chance
not. You
next
will not get it over there quietly. If you accelerate a rock to catapult speeds, it's gonna hit and clatter and bounce.
and whistle midair.
Maybe. Like,
And
Shago
no-
made noise. It's by the grace of every god in the Forgotten Realms that he didn't wake these ghouls up.
Might be useful as a distraction.
So what was the question about Long Strider?
The current plan, I unload most of what I have into the haversack, and I try to move him over here.
He might be injured.
Well,
He's
this
not
is
moving. I mean, to be fair, he's probably paralyzed.
I have
Yeah.
a potion. It may not do much, but it could help.
Are you absolutely sure about that? I can't see anything, so I can't really weigh in on the odds here. But from
You
what
can
we've
smell
been
it.
told about school,
Doctor,
yeah,
he's
I think,
not moving.
like as in dead not moving, or as in fight or flight not moving.
I don't think Scratch fully checks. He just looks at.
No. He's on his knees. He's up. He's looking around. He's not trying to get up.
Fight or flight, not moving. If he moves, they fight.
Do you think you can make it through all that? I would rather us not lose both guides while I want to help Shago. Still.
Well,
I would love to see Scratch Face of a gold coin stealth his way over to Shago. That'd be amazing.
here is the emergency plan in case this fails.
He takes the Triceratops coin out of his pouch.
What is that?
It's the Yatepka coin. Prince Wakonga said that we can use it to contact him. If I fail, make your way to the beach and use it.
I think that Sue like kind of flinches a bit, but takes the coin regardless.
Nothing. Sparky, come here so I can unload.
It might help if you pointed out which way the beach was, because none of you know where you are.
Yeah, that's fair.
Make a
And
survival
specifically
check.
not Sue.
Like, the person who was leading was Shago.
While if Scratch is going to do this, I can give Scratch guidance. That might help also.
That will certainly help because he failed the
was
DC by 1.
I was
Oh.
also going. Okay. Yeah, give him guidance.
Okay,
So-
so even if you roll a 1, like, you'll get it. So, yeah, Scratch, like, you're not sure where you are, but you're fairly certain the beach is that way.
Well, I'll give him mine, and then Doctor, you can give him yours when he actually tries to do it.
Wait,
yeah,
what?
that's what I was thinking about doing.
Wait, what?
He's giving me guidance for this. And then the
Do you mean
doctor's-
guidance or do you mean inspiration?
Okay, in this case, I'm giving him guidance, a divination cantrip
Okay.
for the beach.
And then
I was confused by give him yours.
and then the doctor is going to give me bardic inspiration for the
Getting to Shago?
Yeah.
So what is your like I fuck. I want to say what is your objective, but I know what the fuck your objective is. Your objective is to get Shago and get him out of the ghoul pit. My question is, what are you intending to do with the following series of actions? This goes for everybody in the party, mind you. Are you looking to, like, run and grab Shago and then everybody run away? Are you looking to stealth in and stealth out? Like, what are you guys trying to do? You haven't really established that yet.
the plan is to stealth to Shago, lift him, and then try to feline agility out of it.
Feline agility requires you to be in combat.
We flavored it before.
I think it's
We did,
stealth.
yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna circle back to that. Sibs has been trying to say something for 2 minutes now. Go on, Sibs.
No, I'm gonna have to wait for this until Scratch is actively about to go in, because Sue is gonna give him Bardic Inspiration and Longstrider, but I want it to kind of
I
be more than
believe
just
you have to touch the target for Longstrider.
Yeah, no, that's the point. I want to do something to do it.
And then circling back, yes, that's true. We did flavor it that you can use it in times of duress. However, we have also flavored it that it's not stealthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fully understand that.
So if you so just so that we're clear, if you grab Shago and then JackSparrow.exe out of this pit, you're ringing the dinner bell.
Mm-hmm. I have a new idea, and it's awful.
Go on.
So Shago isn't particularly thick, as the kids say.
No, he's muscular and wiry.
Rin, hand me the haversack.
Oh no.
But you're not shoving this man in the haversack.
Okay, hang on, Scratch.
Mm-hmm.
You have currently everything that was in the haversack before and a camp. I'm going to say that you cannot, because you bugged out of the camp.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that you would not be able to fit Shago in the haversack.
Okay, then the plan is going to be stealth in, stealth out.
Okay?
Okay.
I can't particularly get creative, because every creative solution is not stealthy or really bad.
You can get creative, it's just the ideas that you floated have drawbacks.
Yes.
Well, he wouldn't fit anyway, because it's up to 80 pounds of material, so...
Oh yeah, then there's no way. You're pushing it with the camp as it is.
Yeah.
Well, it's 80 pounds for the main pouch. There's side pouches that also take 20 pounds each.
Still.
Well, no, I'm not saying he'd be able to. It's just unless you're willing to hack him up into pieces, I don't think he would have fit regardless.
Even then, with the stuff from the camp, you're pushing it.
Yeah.
If comes to worst, he could put his head in it.
True.
Right.
I mean, you're not wrong. That would be proof of death, at least, so we could get some money on the contract.
I mean, either way, I'm leaving with this man's head.
Valid. Something else to consider. Well, no, I'm not gonna volunteer any information because you guys are not looking for more information. And as soon as you guys start rolling for more information, I will give that. I'm not gonna volunteer it.
I can't roll for anything site-based, and I don't know if Sue would be able to do anything else.
The roll to know about ghouls is actually a religion check. Just throwing that out for people.
I'm gonna actually try to see if Sue might know anything.
Okay.
I think
Is that
Sparky
still?
Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I was just going to say Sparky's going to do the same as well, because he's going to try. That's what he does. He's going to see if he can figure out stuff.
I was gonna ask, is it still religion for Scratch, or can I logic that it'd be history to remember what he knows?
I can see your logic. The only thing is, if you do history, it'll be disadvantaged because you avoid this shit.
I mean, by that logic, it'd be disadvantaged either way.
No. One would be not
No?
proficiency, the other would be disadvantage. It's not the same thing.
That's fair. I'll take my chances with religion then.
Okay. You were saying? So,
Okay.
yeah. So in order of lowest to highest, you know who you are, you know who this applies to. Lowest thing, so if you rolled, say, below 10, you would know this. Ghouls are undead. They are carrion eaters, but that doesn't stop them from making carrion. They don't usually congregate like this. 12 and above, they don't like fire, but at the same time, there's a lot of them, and they're territorial, so setting this place on fire might not be great, and also it'll be a giant beacon to anybody looking for it. Above 15, something is very wrong. This place stinks a lot, but it doesn't stink enough to be a ghoul nest. The leaders aren't here.
Nothing else?
Nope. Above 15 would be, this could be so much worse than it currently is.
I'm just trying to remember. We take the lower result if we have neither advantage or disadvantage as well, right?
No. You take the left result if you don't have advantage or disadvantage.
Okay.
I mean, I have candles, but I don't think that'll help.
Well, I mean, I remember we flavored it to where Sparky using arcane weapon can give fire to something and then set fire to other things with it.
Yeah, well, I mean that's
But
what
I don't know how good an idea that is now.
That's what the flaming property does.
I have alcohol?
You
Let's
do have
try-
alcohol.
That's an idea, actually.
Yeah, get Shago
Well-
drunk. That'll solve all of our problems.
No. These things don't like fire.
They're also extremely
Well-
territorial. Okay, so just
there's
a point,
another idea
elephants
also.
also don't like fire.
Right.
I don't think most living things like fire.
No.
Okay, no, but hear me out.
No, what I'm saying, okay, so because that doesn't resonate with you, I'm assuming you don't. So elephants don't like fire. Do you know what wild elephants do when they see fire?
They stomp it out.
They stomp it out.
Like rhinos.
Yeah.
If a rhino sees a fire,
Yes.
Would smoked boar count as carrion for this purpose?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yes, let's throw a bunch of meat in Shago's general direction. That won't end poorly at all.
I was more thinking if they came after us, we'd throw the meat behind us.
So the issue,
See-
like, that actually is a very sound idea. However, A, you need food, and B, you only have so much of that. And there's like 100, like, think of it this way. You have enough food for the 5 of you for a couple of days. There's at least 100 people here. It probably won't slow them all down. But that's definitely something to keep in your back pocket.
I honestly think stealthing in, stealthing out might be one of the best options.
If you think you
Yeah.
can. I say load the boy up with the spell bonuses and pray.
Yeah.
Just I would also say save the spell slot for Longstrider for Ren just in case.
I still have all my spell slots.
I'm just
I
saying.
only have one left.
Because if this goes bad, it's gonna go real bad. So if you want to stealth in, stealth out, by all means, Scratch. You're gonna have to.
I mean,
So-
question: could I use a? Can I can't. Can I use guidance again? I can't remember.
Yeah,
Like
it's a cantrip. You can spam it.
I
Well, in that case, I'm gonna give guidance and resistance to Scratch before he goes down in.
They will not both last.
Mm-hmm. Resistance also has to be specified.
Yep.
I think.
Oh no, resistance is for saves,
Yeah.
Oh.
but it only lasts for a round. It only lasts for 6 seconds. Guidance would help him with his stealth check, but resistance is not really going to help him much here. And by the time you cast resistance, guidance would have faded. So
there's tree cover above him, right?
Sort of. This area has been clear cut, but the trees are kind of like overgrown.
Could I?
He's not like in the middle. Like this is a big crater, but
So if I were to climb trees, would I be able to get above him?
not directly. And even if you could, the odds of that tree limb holding both of you are lower than it just holding you.
Fair.
Again, you're welcome to try. You're welcome to rig something up. Like, so what I'm gonna do in the interest of fairness is I'm gonna take your proposed solution and I'm gonna tell you what needs to happen to succeed. Okay? And then if you guys wanna fix up your solution, you can. Now is a great time to be looking at your abilities as well as flavor aspects of your character. For example, I don't have anything in mind when I say this, but for example, if Sparky wants to rig something up, now would be a great time. Anyway. So, Scratch, the proposed solution is stealth in, get Shago, stealth out.
Yeah.
You're going to have to make an acrobatics check to get down the hill. This is not counting. Like, stealth check is a given, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stealth check, acrobatics check to get down the hill. And then there's not really a step carefully skill, but it will be a separate stealth check to pick your way among the ghouls. Then you'll have to probably have a conversation with Shago unless you intend to pick him up. And if you pick him up, you'll have disadvantage to get out. And then it's going to be another stealth check to get out with Shago. And then athletics, potentially with disadvantage, to get up the hill again.
This is a dumb thought. Does Sparky need to be holding his spider for it to do its thing?
Technically, yes.
Technically, yes, because it is a touch spell.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was looking though, because I was too focused on the thing. I do have magical tinkering, which if I touch a tiny non-magical object as an action, and I give it a magical property, which could be light, record message, or continuous odor of my choice, or non-verbal sound, or a static visual effect. So that's mean in theory I could make something that could distract them.
Yeah. Make something like use a rock, fill it with like make a sound and then catapult it away from Shago or something.
Yeah. Let's see. I can make maximum is one time is equal to my intelligence modifier, which is a 4, so I can make 4 of them total. If I try to make any more, then basically the oldest one die. The oldest one goes away, and we got the newest one.
Right.
The only problem is I can only do catapult once on one object. So if the noise of the odor or whatever doesn't get their attention fully with it, that could be problematic. And plus, we'd have to time it well with Scratch getting Shago out, because if they wake up while Shago's in the middle, he's dead.
I have another idea on top of this. So, What is the specific weight limit of catapult?
5 pounds.
5 pounds.
2 or
Yes.
5, I don't remember which one.
So if we took
1 to 5.
1 to 5, okay.
So if we took a pebble, right? We tied it with string to a couple others. You could use. We could reach that 5 pounds with multiple of your things, and
Okay.
just fire the one that all of them are tied to.
Okay. I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Does catapult have a verbal component?
As far as I can tell, no.
Does it have a somatic component?
Yes.
Okay. So you can do it silently, but there's going to be like a magical effect.
Yes.
Now, adding on, the good doctor has canvas, right?
Yeah.
It's currently wrapped around the pig.
I have cotton too.
Do you have a blanket?
Only let me check.
I don't believe you do.
I do actually.
Why do you have a blanket?
Because I'm a doctor.
Okay.
She got paid with a bunch of random shit.
Valid.
So,
I also have a tent, candles, and soap.
if I could sneak over to Shagro with the blanket, I could cover myself in him, and then Sparky could do the rock effect thing, and then the ghouls would just follow the noise, because I don't think ghouls are smart enough to look at a blanket and go, "What the fuck is this? This wasn't here before."
They are, but they're not necessarily smart enough to do that when there is something interesting TM, right?
Right.
The issue is if you do that, if you do that, you're ringing the dinner bell. Like, you're waking them all up if you follow this thing. Which means they're gonna go 120 feet in the direction of the catapult, investigate it for a few minutes, and then start looking around. You guys are gonna have to fucking leg it.
But they're
is what I'm hearing.
up on a hill, right? Or we're up
No.
on a hill compared to them.
You are. Shago isn't.
Right. There's
You guys
the
are gonna have
ticket.
to book it, and then the rest of us are gonna have to book it as well. And there's still
Yeah.
potentially the demons.
Well, there's the ticket though. That 120 feet will give us a little extra because of the.
Fair, but still, you're
It's
waking all these motherfuckers up.
Yeah, it's not a lot of time. It's not a lot of extra distance, but it might be enough to get me and Shago out.
Well, I can send something a total of 150 feet, so that would be an additional 90 feet away from where Shaco is, it sounds like, because he's at the edge of our dark side.
To be clear, away does not mean get out of the crater. Their ass is gonna chase you. If they see you.
Right.
Like, I'm not guaranteeing that they will detect you. Like, that's bullshit jamming. Like, if you guys can do this completely quietly and get away, then cool, you got away. But if they see you, they're not gonna stop at the mouth of the cave because you're made of food. Mouth of the crater, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's be frank. We cannot fight our way through this. Right?
Well, okay. Yes and no. And the only reason that I say that is you could go the Skyrim route. Stealth kill, stealth kill, stealth kill, stealth kill. If you passed every roll, you'd probably be okay. If you one-shot all of them. So technically, on paper, the odds are not zero that you could, quote, fight your way in there, end quote. But if they are awake and they detect you, they are going to chase you. That's my point. They're not going to stop at the crater. And one of you rolled pretty well on your what do I know about ghouls check, so I'll just tell you this. They do not get tired. They are immune to exhaustion.
Can they swim, though?
Yes.
Oh, fuck me. How can a glorified zombie swim? Yikes.
I didn't say they could swim well.
Valid.
Corpses float, at least when they're still filled with gases.
True.
I just cannot think of anything Brick can do here.
Well, it has to be... The way I'm looking at this has to be a group effort.
Yes.
100%.
Your best chance at success is a group effort.
There's no way just one
You could
answer
also
is gonna-
just walk away. Like
We could.
I have to say it as the GM. That is an option on the table.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I absolutely understand that. But at the same time, no.
Yeah.
At the same time, Sue could lose her license.
No.
I'm full of piss, vinegar, and pride. You shall not stop me.
You are not going to lose your license if there are no witnesses, Dr. Lorelei. Like, the board does not have special scrying tools attuned to Dr. Lorelei at all times, being like, you didn't get eaten by ghouls, we're gonna, like, no.
Here's the thing. I honestly think if it ever came up in this story, if Sue killed someone, she would turn herself in when she got back.
Probably. But, anyway. Just to clarify, I love shit like this. This is like just a puzzle that I put in front of you guys, and you have to work together to solve it. Like, this is the type of shit that I enjoy doing. Is this frustrating?
Yes, but it's the kind I like.
Okay.
The only thing I could think to do is like... The only thing I can think to do is like give Scratch one end of rope, and when he reaches Shago, we help haul them out of there.
That is absolutely a thing you could do. That would give them advantage on the athletic check to climb up the hill again.
Yeah.
That would actually be incredible. Because I'm betting Brick probably has the highest strength of the group.
Here's the thing, Vader. Like, don't like you're trying to like, how can I help Scratch? You could just jump in the pit. Like, if you wanted to, if like while the others are like, what do we do? How do we just like, Brick could already be picking his way through the ghouls to get Shago. Like, and frankly, I think that would be in character for him. And I don't think anybody would be mad at you if you took the initiative that way. I'm just saying.
Listen, I don't know Brick. He's not my character. From what I've experienced, that's not his way.
He jumped on a pig to save a man's life.
Okay, yes, but at the same time, he saw all of us tied up, getting ready to die in the sun, and instead he took the calm and steady route, trying to think his way through it.
I mean, but because you weren't dying immediately.
And neither is Shaco.
Breathes wrong. If Shago breathes wrong, however, he's going to get torn apart.
Oh yeah, no, like, but my point is, like, please don't get frustrated and feel like there's nothing for you to do in this scene, because frankly, this is going to take all four of you.
Mm-hmm. Never doubt the power of a single player.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There are story after story about single players changing an entire campaign.
Mm-hmm. And likewise, there's things that would fail if only most of the party was involved. Like, it's easy to be like, oh, they've got this, or I don't know what I can do, but like, definitely don't. If you can help it, and obviously if you can't help it, nobody's gonna be mad, but like, try not to freeze up. Like, if you want to be a part of this, and you might not want to, and that's your prerogative, but if you want to be a part of this, speak up. At least field ideas, because if Brick is not going out there, then Scratch's neck is on the line, and I'm certain Gamzee would be grateful if you had an idea. Even if you think it's stupid, if you guys go with it and it works, you just save Scratch.
Think about how
Sue
many
has
dumb
Featherfall.
ideas I've floated.
Yeah. Sue has Featherfall. She also has Message. Damn it.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
One of the magical tinkering effects is an odor.
Yes.
Is a what? An ogre, yes.
Yeah, I can take any odor.
If he were to take, like, the scent of a piece of one of the meats and then put it back on the meat, would that make the scent stronger?
No.
Okay.
I noticed I actually don't have any rope in my inventory. Do you guys have any?
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
I have 50
feet.
I don't know why I don't have rope in my inventory.
50 feet as well.
So here's what I'm thinking. All right.
I before you jump in, Gamzee, Sib said a thing that kind of got lost in the stack. I have a question about it, if you don't mind.
Ask away.
Sib said, I have Featherfall. Would you please link the spell in its full text? Because I would like to read something. Choose up to 5 falling creatures within range, which is 60 feet. A falling creature's rate of descent slows to 60 feet per round until the spell ends. If the creature lands before the spell ends, it takes no falling damage and can land on its feet, and the spell ends for that creature. Okay, so it doesn't say anything about weight.
It doesn't say anything about landing silently.
It does. Oh no,
Yeah,
not silently.
Yeah. It's just you don't take any
Falling damage, it can land on your feet. But you still descend at 60 feet per round for... It doesn't say for how long. 1 duration. Thank you, Sibs. Can you...
I don't know why it says that. I'm guessing I must have just mistyped when I was looking up Featherfall.
Yeah, we need to know the duration. But yeah, what I was
1
thinking...
minute.
Okay, what I was thinking... 1 duration. What I was thinking was... You could cast Featherfall and, like... The idea that I had, and I was going to put it in my back pocket for later, was cast Featherfall and then you're weightless, shimmy up a rope. But that doesn't work. It doesn't do anything about your weight.
No, but
Nope.
if the doctor were to cast Featherfall on Scratch, if it's decreasing the rate of descent by 60 feet.
No. It slows to 60 feet.
Ah.
You cannot exceed 60 feet.
God damn it, why couldn't I have fly by now?
That's a question.
That is a question.
Hang
Well,
on.
I know why,
No.
because
No,
I
no,
haven't
no.
watched it
Hang on.
otherwise.
Hear me out though. How much like big fauna is around here?
Big fauna, as in animals?
Sorry.
Flora.
Big flora.
It's like
And
weeds
like,
and
You're
such.
in the middle of a dense jungle.
Yeah. Sorry.
Like, literally, stretch your arms out and spin in a circle and you're gonna hit 5 trees.
I mean like really big leaves. Easy still?
Yeah, well, they'd be fronds, not leaves. But like, if you went specifically leaves, as in the thing from a tree, it would be harder.
Fronds work.
Large, flat
Thank you.
plant thing that is likely green. Yeah, you could get some.
It just turned night recently.
Ish. It's dark. It's dark.
Mm-hmm. So I have a really bad idea to float.
Yeah.
Hit it.
Sparky makes a plant glider.
That is something that is completely within the realm that Sparky could roll for. However, it would take time and make noise. You'd need to, like, move away to do that.
Because I was thinking if we did that, we could set up everything else, and Scratch could float down there and probably have an easier time sneaking to Shago. And then blanky mode, rocks with the sounds. Have the rope tied to
The rocks with the
Scratch.
sounds, again, like, that is the only part of this plan that I don't, as the GM, like. Not because I'm like, oh, you guys are beating my thing, but because, like, if, like, the rocks with the sounds, guaranteed to wake them up.
Right.
if you wake them up, like that, by definition, that's what that's going to do, Gamzee.
Yeah.
Like, if you wake them up and they perceive you, they will chase you until you get tired. Because they don't get tired. Like, the blanket idea, I like. The stealthing idea, I like. The rope to help you guys get back up the cliff, I like. The purposefully waking them up and only moving them 100 feet away,
It'd be nearly 200 feet away.
yeah. Okay.
With the drop-off distance and the
That's
150?
presuming all of them would go to the same area and not, as groups of things
Disperse,
do,
yeah.
straggle. And all those
Right.
stragglers have to do is turn around and start chasing you, and then they're all chasing you. And yeah, okay, they would be 200 feet behind you. That's great. Are you going to run the 6 days to Port Nyanzaru without rest? Because if you stop, you're dead.
Right.
I say we just stick with the stuff we laid out. Let's just.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Bring the blanket in case one of them does wake up or something.
Oh, I think the blanket is inspired. I think the rope is inspired. I think all of that is great. I just think purposefully waking them up, like I'm sitting here shaking my head as the GM, like, are you sure you want to do that, guys?
No.
Right.
Everything
guess-
else, I think you guys are doing really good. It's just,
So I guess plan here is
So again,
Got
it's if you use the rope, it's acrobatics with advantage down. So stealth first, then acrobatics with advantage down, and then a separate stealth check to not disturb. Get to Shago, and then potentially have a scene with Shago, or roll persuasion, depending on how we want to do that, and then stealth back, and then athletics to climb out.
I say let's get the spread.
Yeah. So
Agreed.
the plan, guidance and inspiration, right? And Longstrider.
Why do you
Yeah,
need Longstrider? Why do you need Longstrider?
In case things go pear-shaped.
Fair enough.
I think it's like if Ren needs it to keep up with the group in case of everyone.
Yeah, I
needs
think
to run.
you should give it to Ren, if anything.
I think she's going to do it to both of them.
For the record, you can also give Shago Bardic Inspiration from this distance.
Yeah,
What would that?
Wouldn't that wake them up though from this distance? It's a vocal thing.
No, because there's no specification on what. you
Yeah,
can
exactly.
do to
Depending on
trigger.
what it is. Like, she could literally just give him a thumbs up and it would count.
Sock'em poses.
Yeah.
That's an Critical Role. I admit I haven't seen that show yet, so I can't comment on it.
What?
Sock'em is my character.
Oh, sorry.
Fuck. I mean, thank you for the compliment, Hawkeye, but no, he was talking about Waterdeep.
I think
Ooh.
I am both complimented and insulted that you immediately jumped to Critical Role with that. Anyway,
Also,
Well, hi, Matt Mercer. I loved you as McCree.
right? Anyway, what's up,
Alright,
Vader?
so looking at the description for Longstrider, when you cast it at second level or higher, you can target an additional creature for each slot level above first.
Ooh.
I don't have.
She
I don't
can't
have
do that
second-
yet.
I don't have it.
That doesn't come till third.
Yeah, I don't have anything beyond the first slot level either yet.
Alright, well, I say we.
I've made so many characters. I have when third level spells, second level spells, all that come into play, and I feel dirty for it.
Yeah. Anyway, so you gotta
I say let's do this.
anchor a rope. Brick is on the rope to give advantage in and out. Scratch is going to go do the thing with the blanket. Yep.
I mean, Ren's gonna give guidance to.
Yep. Guidance and Bardic. So guidance on the.
Can I?
It will be on your next check, so that would be for the acrobatics check. What's up?
Right.
What's up, Sips?
Once this plan is figured out and it's guaranteed that Scratch is going to be stealth again, I think Sue nods to him, gives him a hug to cast both Longstrider and Bardic Inspiration.
Nice. And then Scratch is going to start descending down the pit, and that's where we're going to pick it up next week.
I had one thing.
Save it. Save it for next week.
Oh.
We're out of time, man.
Fuck, we started making that plan at 8:56.
Yeah, we did.
Well, to be fair, it's a hell of a puzzle.
It's a hell of a puzzle. Yep. Mhm.
I like this. This is much better than political puzzle.
I mean, you get that on Sunday. It's fine.
I don't I don't want it, but I do.
Give us a shout out, Gamsey.
Ladies and gentlemen, as always, I'm Guy Gamsey, the bot in training, gaining a little more experience every single show, and I do so hope you enjoyed this one. If ever I'm needed, you can always find me on the Discord, in DMs, or on Twitter at the Homestuck Speaking of these places, if you have a question relating to tabletop games or the Player's Handbook, which is what myself and the Fox are currently going over and hitting the books.
On tomorrow.
You can send your on tomorrow, hopefully. You can send those to me, and I'll have them added to our Q&A section right away, or as soon as I see it.
You have fun tonight, Gamsey.
Yes.
Good. Honky, give us a shout out.
Hello, everyone. I am the Intangible Hawk, the bird whose brain apparently does not work half the time. You can find me on the Discord at Intangible Hawk, or here on Twitch at Intangible Hawk. And basically, when things get better, I'll start doing my own streaming. Otherwise, I think I just really need to bump up my D&D in the meantime.
Sibs, give us a shout out.
Hi there, my name is Sibs143. I am an artist and stagehand for Kit's Discord server. I also did the art for parts of the channel, the Twitch channel, I should say. If you ever need anything of me, I am usually lurking in the shrine, or if you want to talk more privately, send me a friend request so we can chat there.
Vader, give us a shout out, please.
Hello, everyone. I am the Journeyman Vader. I stream on Twitch and mod for Kit in Discord and on his stream. You can find me in Kit's Discord as Vader. You can find me on Twitter at VaderSidious or on Twitch at twitch.tv/JourneymanVader.
There we go. Got it right finally. For my part, I am the Sharp-Eyed Kitsune, the teller of tales and the weaver of mysteries, the masked bard. This is a channel that is devoted to lore and storytelling, world-building, role-playing, and discussions of those things. So if that's to your fancy, you're in excellent company here, and I do hope that you enjoyed your time with us. I stream every single day that my health permits me to do so, and we're rolling with advantage in 2020, which is 2 chances to catch a given stream. Video games in the afternoon, and something tabletop-related in the evening. Tomorrow, we'll be starting a new playthrough, and in the evening, we will be hitting the books, working through yet more of the 5e Player's Handbook. So if you saw what was happening tonight and you were a bit confused, well, hopefully we can help you out tomorrow evening. For now, I'm going to get out of here, but when I do, I'll be hosting someone. It's someone who I like, someone who I hope that you all will like, and can spread some of the love that was felt here today over on their channel. And check back here, because I'm always hosting someone, and you might find your new favorite streamer that way. For now, though, it's time to close the book on today, and as ever, leave you with these parting words. From myself, my keepers, and those joining me on the stage this evening, to all of you, the regulars, the followers, the newcomers, and the lurkers. Whether you're just having a seat by the fire or you've got a running tab at the bar, remember, there's always more stories to tell. And hopefully, I'll see you all tomorrow as we start a new playthrough with a new chapter. Good night, you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by, and hope to see you again soon.